All right, we're live. Now we're just waiting for people to join. All right, you'll have to move this because it's in the forefront and it's blurring everything else out. All this paper. All right. Let me turn this around. All right. Make sure this is clean. Hello everybody. Give us just a minute here. I'm trying to make sure we have everything ready. It says slow connection, so that's nice. Alright. Yeah, should I unconnect from Wi-Fi? Okay. Alright. Everybody, let me know if you all can hear me okay, and make sure there's not any pixelation or a lag. Alright, good deal. Nathan is getting ready to sit down here, and we're gonna get started. We'll give everybody just a little bit to join. And thank you all for coming today. I know you're all probably excited to learn the process. And I will also give everybody a list if everybody wants to get a pen and paper, and then I'll also type this up so I can distribute it that way to you guys. I'm sure our kitties are going to make an appearance, just so everybody's aware. Okay, so I'll give everybody just a few more minutes, and then I'll kind of talk about the product that we're going to be using, since that's how we're going to start out. Hello everybody, I appreciate you all coming. This is our first live, so you just have to bear with me. Hopefully there's not too many issues, and if you have any problems along the way, you can't hear me or see me well, just let me know. I've been running around, so I'm hot. I'm always hot, though. All right. So we're up to 13 people. I think there were 31 that were going to join. I'll just wait till we're at about 20, if that's okay with you guys. And then I'll kind of go over and talk about the product. I'll talk about it again along the way, but you all can have your paper ready if you want to write down a lot of things you may already have in your house, and if not, you can go to the Goodwill or a yard sale. We literally craft with everything. Anything before we throw it away, we always look at it and wonder what it could be. So, oh, there's Nathan saying hello. He's excited too. I'm glad you guys are happy to be here. He's so good. You'll see. I'll show a little bit of our things. He makes things much faster than me, and it's just I'm very slow. So it's best that he shows you guys how to do it. And our styles are different, so you'll see that one. You see a couple of the things that I finished versus all the things he's finished. So he can turn out about 6 different things before I can finish one. So that's just how that goes. And it keeps saying slow connection, so I'm sorry if it's bad. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Sandy. And I'm saying hi to everybody now. I know it probably gets on some people's nerves, like if you're watching a live tutorial throughout the process when people stop and talk and have separate conversations, because you're just really involved and want to learn the process. So I won't do that. I will say hello to everybody now and hello to everybody later before we go. But I will really try to pay attention to the questions. And also know that I do work full-time. I manage a surgery center. I do all the financial side of it. So I work a lot. And I also have started doing some kitty sitting on the side. So I do work a lot of hours, and I'm not great at super fast responses, because this is not something that we've ever done. But it's nice that everybody got really excited about the pictures and wanting to learn. And we've really just taught ourselves over the 3 or 4 years, I think 3-something years we've done it. So we're just going to save you guys from a lot of heartache and wasted money for things that work and don't work, how to store things, the best products to use, and all that kind of good stuff. And thank you. I appreciate that, Susie. Thanks, Diane. Yeah, it's for some reason a lot of people don't want to share how they do things, and I mean, there's so many people in this world. It's not going to affect anything for a few people to learn how to do something or how to do it better, because we sure would have liked to have had the help to avoid a lot of things that we've done. But we're doing really good now. We just learn extra little helpful tools along the way. People use, like, we just got a Dremel drill, and that's been amazing to cut eyes and mouths out, and just a lot of little things that I'll try to remember along the way to tell you that can help you guys to learn. So we are at 19 viewers, so I think we'll go ahead and talk about the product. Now, I'm going to give you guys a discount code. We order from a company called Avies Studios, and they're a family-owned business in Wisconsin, so there's just one. They have amazing products. We use, and I wish we had the empty box, but we use Clay and Critter Clay. So Critter Clay is just clay. It's just air dry clay. And I printed these, and I will probably just send everybody pictures too. But I know this is backwards for you guys, and I should have thought about it ahead of time. But the Critter Clay, and I'll take pictures too and put them in the chat. The main thing that we use and we go through a lot of, though, is called Clay. And it's Clay because it can operate as a clay texture or Mache texture. And so you'll see when we're doing this video that we're going to use both of the techniques to make it really thin for paper mache and then thick to be sculpted. So again, it's AV Studio, and if you guys want to write down the code 9 lives, so obviously we love cats, and I also have an Instagram page, and we started a YouTube channel a year ago or something, and it's called 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. And I also did sell vintage things through that. But that's the code. So 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. That's what you'll find me at on Instagram. And I need to send, I don't know how to attach everything right now on the video to let you know the names for you to just have there in front of you. But I'll give you our page names. But 9 Lives Vintage Vibes is our YouTube channel. So Avies was kind enough to give us a code. We buy a lot of cliche from them. We buy it 25 pounds at a time, so you can buy between 5 and 25 pounds. So it's just in the picture, it's just a box. It says cliche, and we go through 25 pounds pretty fast because we make a lot of things for presents, and then just for us, and then we run out of room really, so we're adding shelves all the time. But anyway, it's awesome product. Cliche is what we're going to be using, and we'll go ahead and get started. I will flip the camera, and so Nathan can start his demonstration here with his. We're going to start with a balloon, but you can make, and I'll show you other things. You can use anything. You can use pumpkin pills. We have a lot of those. So
well, on the YouTube, there's tutorials for that too.
Yes, he has a lot of videos he put on YouTube, which shows him in the process. He's just not big on recording himself. And there's my sister. But yes, he doesn't love to record and speak a lot. So we've got a lot of silent films on there, but it's really good because he really does let you see what he's doing along the way. Okay, so he is going to add some water, and then he can show you in his other container.
Yeah, I'll mix that up after I'm done. He'll
show you the texture of it and what it looks like. So it is a really loose, powder. It comes in just one color. It doesn't matter. It's going to dry and you're going to paint it, obviously. But the clay does come in 2 colors, white or brown. We always just get the white. But, it doesn't really matter. It's just preference. And so he's mixing that. And actually, let me just show you guys really quickly. So he's mixing it in here for purposes of the video. He has his own, we have all of our own messy stuff that we mix everything in. But it is much easier if you mix it with a glove on. You don't waste as much because it really sticks to your fingers, and you just scrape it off. It's fine. It's great. We get it on our island all the time. It doesn't matter what it gets on. It's coming off. It's not like it's going to stick to anything and ruin something. But it does dry super hard like concrete. And it's fast drying. Now when it's loose like this, we'll put it in front of a fan and let it dry maybe longer. But again, it's like anything. If you add too much water, add some more powder back to it. If you add too much powder, add some water to it. We don't measure anything. We haven't from the beginning. We just go by texture. And there's no right or wrong, especially when you're doing the sculpting part. Just as thick as you like it. And you can really work with it for probably 2 hours or so before it really starts to get dried up a little bit. And it'll have like little hard balls that form in it. And that part is where I have a problem because I'm slow. And he's not. So he's good. All right. And if I drop this, I'm sorry in advance. Okay. So, you're welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for wanting to learn. We appreciate it. We love to do it. So this is what we do for fun. This is what we do pretty much every weekend. We craft. So, and when my sister's here, and she's in Georgia right now, but she's on watching, then we make her craft with us. So she loves it too. And we have a lot of fun doing it. So what he's going to do to make this like the paper mache part, he is going to strip packing paper from Amazon boxes, and he's going to alternate that with newspapers. And that is simply because you can see the difference from where one starts and the other one stops. So he's going to do 2 layers just to show you his process. And then we're going to move on from there because we have all 3, what do we call it? All 3 phases for you. Yeah, so we've got this phase, which is the part where we're going over the balloon. Again, you can use anything. We have a lot of pumpkins I'll show you that we've done it on too. But just for, if you're doing it really runny like this, you're wanting to form it over a balloon. And then, of course, you just pop the balloon when it dries. Mm-hmm. This takes, how long would you say, 2 days to really cure? Yeah,
it's about a day.
About a day, okay.
Or overnight, yeah. But you'll see it.
Okay. So, yeah, you'll be able to tell. This dries super fast. It just dries a little bit slower when it's really wet like this and it's formed around that balloon. And then sometimes don't you let it dry longer after you pop the balloon inside, or is it usually good?
The balloon sometimes will hold the moisture in there. Okay. And then I'll pop it and let it dry even more. Okay.
So I don't do this. I don't do this method.
Well, we started doing this.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, he has patience. She said she was expecting it to be over a cheap plastic pumpkin. So we do have cheap plastic pumpkins from Walmart. Yes, we do. We also have cardboard boxes, Morton salt containers, Quick Cooking Oats containers, you name it. We've crafted around it. Oddly enough, I wish I could find her right now, but I did craft a little superhero girl on a pumpkin, and she was actually an upside-down plastic bunny rabbit from the Dollar Tree. It was just the right size I needed, so the ears went down inside the pumpkin.
It's hard to find a medium-sized pumpkin.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. You find a really small pumpkin from Walmart, or you find the really big one. And we really like that mid-range size better, which is what this cat is. And of course, I knew Salem was going to make her appearance, so she likes to come right up in the middle of all the mess with her daddy and stress everybody out. So this is what she'll be doing throughout the live. Okay, so this is the first phase. Then we'll move on to the sculpting phase because he has another one that's dry, and then we'll move on to the painting. So he's going to go ahead now, and I'll let him talk. And I'm shaky, so let me get this put here. And then Nathan, you can talk our way through this a little bit.
No, I made it pretty loose. I don't know, what do you think the consistency is?
It's more than pancake batter.
Yeah, it's slightly more loose than pancake batter, I would say, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's pretty loose. So I'll just run it through there. And we'll just scrape it off. I don't know. Can you see everything on there?
Mm-hmm.
So we scrape it off. And I tear it as I go. Make sure it's covered. And not too much. I was putting too much on the first time I done this. And I got the first layer and the whole layer started sliding off the balloon on me because there was just way too much product on there.
Yeah, that was a bad day.
Yeah.
Everybody give me a thumbs up if you're doing okay. Can everybody hear? Everything's good? Can see us clear?
But we'll just get these layers on here. And yeah, I just started alternating the material so I could tell what was what in between layers. So this is the Amazon packing
Thank
material.
you, guys. Yes, Amazon packing material. Start having your friends and family save it for you. My sister's been saving it for a different reason, but now she doesn't need it for that, so we get to get all of it. And so we're pretty skimpy right now. And then, of course, Salem is here helping to dig through the bag and get those papers out for her daddy.
Get a lot for daddy.
Yeah, she's a helper. Okay, so there's no glue. It's just water and clay shade.
Water and the clay shade.
Again, if anybody missed the beginning part, but we'll talk about it a lot throughout the live, is we use a product by a company that's family owned. It's just one location. It's called AV Studios. And they are in Wisconsin. And they have fabulous products. Yes, sorry. And I'll try to reiterate throughout because I know some people are joining late. So, clay shade, and I don't know, it's going to be backwards, I'm sure, but this is the product, AV's clay shade. It comes 5 to 25 pounds. 25 is obviously the $69.50, and we go through that quite often. It just comes in the one color, and it doesn't matter. It's going to dry. It's going to look like concrete. It dries like concrete. It is an amazing product. It does not break easily. It stores well, even though we do store most of our things in our house. So that's what he's using right now. He's using the clay shade, which is all that we use. You can't go wrong with it. If you get too much water in it, you just add some more powder back to it. They did give us a code because that was so kind of them. We order a lot from them. So if anybody wants to go ahead, which I highly recommend that you go on and order some of the clay shade, it's avstudio.com, and the code word for us and for you to get that discount is 9 lives, as in
is it all one
9
word?
lives of a cat. It's all together, one word. I don't know if the caps work, make a difference, but probably just all caps, 9 lives. 9 lives with an S at the end. And then that will get you guys a discount. And then it will also just help us because they just did this for us, so that was really kind of them. But if anybody feels inclined or would like to give anything for us doing this video, you're welcome to. We appreciate it, but do not feel obligated. We're just happy to help. Anything we get obviously is going to buy more products to make all kinds of stuff. But we do a lot of Halloween more than anything because it's just fun to do. And then I can always put my Venmo up if anybody wishes to do that, but like I said, don't feel obligated at all. We're happy to help. And so he's just layering it. It doesn't matter. Tell him about, it doesn't matter how far down you go because you're going to cut.
Yeah, I'll try to get a couple layers underneath here, just right around the rim, and where it sets on the jar. But yeah, I'll take a tool or just some kind of round piece and lay it on top, and then I'll outline it. I'll show you when we get to that point. But I outline it and then I'll cut it for the opening of the bucket. But you want to be able to select your size of the opening.
Abby, are you still on watching? I'm going to write in the chat.
Yeah, go ahead and write down the stuff. And
Yes,
write
Halloween's our
Avis-
favorite too.
Avis clay shade.
Yeah, I'm doing
and
AV's
the,
first. Okay. So
and
it's
the code for 'em if you wanna get
AV
discount.
Studio.
And I don't work with real big.
Hang on 1 second, guys. I'm typing and I don't want to miss any questions or anything.
I don't work with real big pieces. I just do. You can rip them in strips once you get it on there. They rips easier and straighter once you get it wet. I found out. So, and you can go sideways, up and down, however you want to go.
I really need. Let's see. All right, Nathan, keep talking. I'm gonna
All right.
grab something here.
Now on our YouTube, the videos are sped up, but you can pause them wherever you want. But I do work a lot with the pumpkins, so you don't have to build it up if you don't want to. But like she was saying, it's hard to find. It's down here on the chair somewhere. It's hard to find medium-sized pumpkins that are not super expensive. And that's when I started doing this. I wanted it to be hollow, because usually I'll use the pumpkins, and I'll also build with foil a lot. I like building it up with foil, but that makes a solid piece when you do it that way. And she's got some Halloween stuff out to show you, and she can tell you what different mediums we used for building them. But we get inspired by other artists too. I mean, a lot of other artists on how they do their things, and that's how we started doing this. She found some, well, there were milk jug witches.
Yes, that's where I learned about Cliche. I learned about it from somebody on Instagram, and I can't think of her name at this moment in time.
It was awesome.
All right, so I just put in abstudio.com. That's the website you're going to go to. And then the cliche is what you want to order. I highly recommend you go ahead and order some critter clay also. This is the critter clay. It comes in white or brown. It's your preference, whatever you like. It goes from $8.80 to $63. I don't remember. I think we're in the middle somewhere with the pounds that we get.
We started off with Crayola, air dry. And like after the first season, we got our Halloween out again, and they were all cracked and falling apart on us. And that was disappointing, so we looked for another one.
Okay. I'm writing our code in, so you'll want to use this code to get a discount. I think it's 10%, and it's some type of a deal for shipping too, I believe. Shipping is higher just because when we order 25 pounds. So for us, it's higher. And I appreciate that it's a family-owned and run business, and that it's in the United States, and they're so kind and very responsive. We're actually featured artist along with a lot of other ones, including the daughter of the man that started it, and she's a wonderful artist too. And so there are several artists that are featured on there. So there's a lot of pictures of mostly Nathan's work, but some of mine. I think they just had it under Leanne Neff, but they were going to add Nathan. We never had he said that's okay. I'm not down on anything. No, it is mostly him. So they're going to add his name to it. But if you see that, if you see, you'll know my name from the page here. So you'll see some things there too. Again, our YouTube channels, 9 Lives Vintage Vibes, and it has some videos Nathan's done on there. It also has just some shorts that I've done of not time lapse, but just throughout the process. I'll take pictures from the beginning to the end. So those are on there too. And then my Instagram is 9 Lives Vintage Vibes also. Thank you, Carrie. You're very welcome. We're happy to do it. It just seems like nobody really walks you through all the steps, so we're happy to do that. And like Nathan said, we are always inspired by everybody. I'm a person that has to make something that I have to see it first. I don't just come up with the great ideas, but I can usually execute them pretty well. Whereas I'm really particular, and I want mine to be identical, so I get really focused on that, which is why I'm so slow. But Nathan does his own thing, and they're awesome. They always turn out super cool, and of course we've gotten better throughout these years. We laugh sometimes at our things we made back in the beginning because we've just gotten so much better at it. But this cliche, You know, we found that, and that was definitely a game changer. It's just because it's so versatile. Everything is built in it. You just add water. That's it. You're welcome. Yeah, you just add water. And again, no right or wrong way. The consistency you like. You just want this one runnier.
Yeah, it's got to be loose.
This is something he really started doing more recently. We did always use the plastic pumpkins from Walmart, but like I said, we also use everything. Anything and everything. It's pretty bad. You kind of become a crafting hoarder because you look at something and wonder what it could be, and you hate to throw it away. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we've recently discovered yard sales is where it's at. We find the best. I mean, even just in their garbage, they're like things they didn't put on the table. Wires, wires for handles, just a ton of wire. Yeah, I mean, if you ever find cheap plastic flowers, if they're bendy. If the stems are bendy, always get those because you can either strip or you don't have to strip. Sometimes it's brown and it works perfect. The outer coating off if it's green, but anything like that, it's so good to have. You just start collecting everything if you haven't already. That can be helpful when you're crafting. Like he's using a paint pan right now to mix in. He recently bought a silicone bow. He'll show you in a little bit. Yeah. Which is really helpful. The clay doesn't stick to it. Now, what I always use, still use, are like the disposable plastic containers. Even the big ones, you can get them at TJ Maxx, Kroger, Walmart, Dollar Store, wherever. Something that if it cracks, it doesn't matter. You can pitch it. But I just scrub mine out and reuse it. Clay is not something once you mix that you can keep. It will dry up. We learned that the hard way. So we wasted our first batch of it thinking it was like other products, not doing our research. And then, we made a bunch up and then we put it in the fridge and it was pure concrete the next day. So, thank you. Oh, did you see the moon? The moon behind me. So you saw the moon behind me whenever you panned over there? I made that one. I love Joanna Parker and Bethany Lowe, of course. If I make something that's identical to theirs, we don't sell, we haven't ever really sold anything, a few little things, a while back, but if I do see something that an artist has made, then if I really want it, then I just make it myself. So now there are some artists that I love and that I'm going to show some of their things that are a member of this group, and it's cool that they are, because they're really that's good. Their professional. That's what they do full time. Yeah, this good. Is just our fun, and we've just kind of gotten better at it. But yeah, we have some great people that we'll talk about that you guys should definitely check out. And I'm sure they both are members on this group. October Roads is Chris's business, and then my friend Mary is fantastic, and her name changed, so I need to look it up again. But she's a member of this group, so I'll look that up for you guys. You definitely need to check her out. She's in Ohio. Chris is he in California? He's next to California, I think. The moon you're talking about, showing how to make the moon. Well, and I think on our YouTube page, I may have made a short there that shows like how it started. It was just a piece of cardboard that I cut to the shape, and then I just started to wrapped it with foil. I glued pieces on to build it up. So any chance we can get to build up a piece before we put the clay down, we will, because it doesn't waste as much clay. So foil, we go through it. A big thing of foil on Amazon is like $48, I think. Carrot. What is it?
It's carrot foil. It's 500 feet. Carrot
foil. K-A-R-A-T. 500 feet. So, yeah, heavy-duty aluminum foil. We go through that. That you've got to get, because we do things that are purely foil underneath. If it's not something that you want to light up, then you can do that. No, that's what I was going to tell you, Abby. If you can do that for me, I'd appreciate it. I put the avstudio.com and our discount code. Our YouTube channel is 9 Lives Vintage Vibes, and that's also my Instagram. So if y'all want to go follow me there, that's awesome. I'm not on it a ton like I used to be, but I hope to get back to it at some point. And then Abby, if you want to write that for me too, 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. That is our YouTube page, and that's also my Instagram. Our Instagram. We put all of our stuff on there. Awesome. Thank you, Christina. Did you use the 9 Lives code? Did that get your discount for you? Oh, thanks, Christina. Hopefully you got that discount code to save some money. You're very welcome. You're going to love it. It's really the best stuff.
Is this going to be recorded for them so they can go back and watch it?
Yeah, this will be recorded. I did read, because this is our first Facebook Live, I did read that it automatically records and saves your video for 30 days. So I'll upload it to our YouTube channel so it's always available.
Yeah, so if they want to come back and...
Yeah, so you can always rewatch.
Yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, I was going to say, I don't craft. I don't use the balloons. He's been using the balloons, which is nice lately, because then you don't have anything but the awesome, paper mache, and it gives that more vintage look than over a pumpkin. Let's see. Doesn't wait for the first layer to dry. No, you don't wait till you just finish it. That's why he'll alternate between brown packing paper and newspaper, which is totally optional. It just lets him know where he stopped so he can start the new layer. It does not have to be dry. You want to go ahead and just get it ready. And he recommends 4 layers at least, 4 to 6.
Or more, unless, well, when you start working with it, the clay will be kind of damp, and the paper mache ball will take on the moisture as you're working with it, and it might get a little soft in places. So you have to work quick or make it thicker before you work on it.
And that's my sister. She threw up my Venmo again. That's just if anybody wants to give anything for the class, you can. Do not feel obligated at all. We're just happy to help. And yes, he's only going to do, in case anybody's wondering, he's only going to do a couple layers and put that aside. He just really wanted you all to get the good visual and feel and have time to ask questions.
I would do at least 4 to 5 layers, and if more if you're working slower.
Yes, somebody said great tip. Jerry Lynn said great tip. I never thought about alternating material to see where I am. Yeah, that'd be something I would do. I would never think to do that either, but luckily he thought of that. And newspapers are a harder commodity to come by nowadays unless you have somebody that gets, like at a store, if they have them on the stand and they get rid of them, it's a great thing to get. Obviously you don't have to use the packing paper. It's purely because I do think it gives it a little more sturdiness because it's more thick, but also just to help you know where you stopped and started. Since he is, and he's going to go all the way down to the base, he's using you're welcome, Carrie. We're happy we can help. He's using a wide mouth ball jar.
Yeah.
You can use anything.
Yeah,
any kind of cup.
Where's my other cup?
Get your plastic.
My
sit
bigger
down there.
Cups, yeah, it's down there. My bigger cups, I was making larger balloons. So
There's a Goodwill mug.
Yeah.
That we bought for crafting.
They would make larger openings. I put a larger size balloon in there before you do it.
9 Lives Vintage Vibes, Abby.
And I wanted smaller pails is what it's like. So that's why I went with the anything it can set on that you don't, and even if it's something like, even if you don't have something that you want to get dirty like that with the cliche on it, cover it with foil. Just cover it with foil first, and then put that on there, and then you take the foil off, and your jar or whatever you had it on is clean. So, and then you can reuse the foil. Don't waste the foil. You can reuse it to make forms, to make anything, pumpkins, ghosts, you name it. I'm looking at. I'll show you all, since he's just doing this and we kind of understand this process. I'm going to go look at our YouTube page really quick, but I'm going to show you guys
some other things that we've made. I know somebody wants to do the, see the moon I made. So how many layers of paper do you expect to put on the balloon? We're not going to do it all in front of you, but 4 layers really is good. You could do 5 or 6 if you want it more sturdy and you're worried.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to do 4 layers. And I would say if you're using all newspaper, I would do 5 or 6 layers for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing, making sure our, here we are. Okay. And then I'm going to, if you can see this, I know with the phone, you might not be able to. But there's our page, Nine Lives Vintage Vibes. It's a little emblem with the cat with a little monocle. So that is our YouTube page. And I will go ahead and show you a lot of our awesome things here. Okay. It's a lot. We craft a lot, like I said, year-round. We love Halloween. Okay, sorry if I'm shaky. All right, these guys are the best. I feel like it's a husband and wife, and she is not happy with him, and he's scared. So that's Bo Beelzebub. Nathan loves to name everything, and he is so kind of creepy cool that he looks real. So we do use eyes occasionally from Amazon, all different sizes. It's just great.
And teeth.
You what?
And teeth from Amazon. They're teeth that we got.
What are they?
The teeth that we used on some of those.
Oh, the teeth. Yeah, and teeth. Yes, we do. We have some funny things with teeth. Those are some, Tim Holtz little miniatures there, glued down. That's some scrapbook paper around some sort of a can. I don't remember. It's just a can of some sort that we cut. Thank you guys so much. Yes, I'm going to show you the vultures. Those are from a friend of mine. I highly recommend you order from her. Of course, she's got feathers on her back. This is a little witch girl that he just made. It's from Vandals, folk art. They're amazing. Okay, let's start here. Somebody wanted the moon, right? Okay. So I just put a little wire and made a little wonky star, and we hang him on the wall. So all I did was cut out the shape of him from cardboard, and then I started gluing down, shaped chunks of foil, and got the shape of the cheek, hot glued it down. But it's important, we've learned, to, Abby said she's mine. Abby's claiming that witch. So it's important to wrap cardboard in foil because the cardboard takes on the moisture. Another lesson that we've learned. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Carrie and Linda. That's so sweet. It's taken a few years to get where we're at, but we really are proud of what we do. I did not have a puck in her. I'll have to put one in a minute. I don't remember who made her, but I saw her, and she was about, she was about $450, which I just don't have, so I made her. And then that piece that she's on, this cute base, is a lampshade that we got at a yard sale. And her hat, I just made from cardboard. The best bendy cardboard is cat food containers, little separating, dividing pieces. And then I actually transferred that face on with transfer paper. I first drew it out like the one I saw, and then I put the transfer paper on and did it over the orange so I could see where I needed to paint. And we can always have videos in the future if anybody wants to learn how to do anything like that. So somebody wants to see the awesome vultures. Okay. My friend Mary. Abby, can you look up Mary's name? Mary Hinton. She is in Minerva, Ohio. She makes the most amazing primitives, and I fell in love with the vultures. So they stand on 2 different size columns in front of my fireplace, like to the side. And I love them so much. I hot glued all the moss down. They're on a wooden base, a black wooden base. But Mary is amazing. So Abby, if you can put her name in here. Gosh, she's a member of this group. And I hate it, but she changed her name. It used to be Hinton Farms. You can actually probably look her up under Hinton Farms too. But she has a pumpkin farm, a Christmas tree farm. She makes everything. She sews everything. Like, she's just amazing. She does paper mache too. So she's fantastic. So Bethany Lowe, maybe? I don't remember.
Yeah.
They're named.
Farm of Foundry.
No, this pumpkin here. Gosh, I don't remember what it's called. They have like Tilloween, Greenoween. They name them all kinds of names, different colors. But I loved this one in the teeth. And the techniques they're painting, we just learned, again, along the way. How I made these, they're divots, is when it was wet, when the cliche was wet, I just laid a string down and indented it. It was pretty genius. That was a good idea. So that was awesome. I did that all the way around. So anything that you can use for texture, to get the shape that you want, love it. You may have seen her. What is Hop Hop Jingle Boo? Who is she? Bethany Lowe?
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure. But she's really funny. He just loved her little teeth. And so she's adorable. So he made her with her little bat wings, holding a little skull. And we've got our little candle on top. Candles. He made those candles. How dowel you make those candles?
Dowel rods and hot glue.
Dowel rods and hot glue. And then at the top, for that little, I mean, just the little details. At the top, those little wicks are burnt pieces of black pipe cleaner. When you burn them, they do that cool thing. Don't ask me how we figured these things out, but he thought of that. It was awesome. This again is Vandal's folk art. I love her. She's happy. Blocks, if you can get any kind of blocks, paint them, put something on them. Festooning. That's something else. If anybody doesn't know how to do festooning, we can also do a video for that. This guy you might recognize. I made him based on the blow mold, the vintage blow mold. Maybe it was 80s, 90s, I don't really know. But I love him so much. And he's one that's easier to get. He's not too expensive. But I love him, and I wanted him in cliche. He clearly doesn't light up. I wanted him to look just like the actual. These were made with critter clay. I made my little spider guy. I'm sure I saw him somewhere too. The cat I didn't. He's clearly not the best, but he's cool. And I don't work a ton with regular clay, so I was proud that I actually got him done. We don't have your pumpkin lit up. This little guy lights up too. He's also. I don't think he's got one in. Oh, he does have one in him. Hold on. There we go. All right. We'll make him purple. There we go. All right, yeah. So for the eyes and the mouth, we started out with vellum paper. You can use to paint on. So it's a thin plasticky paper. We use that, but now we've started also using paper. So like art paper. That is what her eyes and mouth are made out of. And you're going to see Nathan do that. Again, you just figure it out as you go. There's no right or wrong. You can actually use regular paper if you want to. It's just more fragile. This guy is a bucket, a Walmart bucket. And Nathan made him last year, I think. We got festooning around the base. And he has vellum, eyes and mouth. You can order that on Amazon also. I know he saw this kitty somewhere. Don't know where. But that, again, we get our inspiration from other artists. And, you know, we don't sell their products. But if we love them when we want to enjoy them, and it's not something we're able to do financially at the time, then we make them. But we love to support local artists, or not local artists, any artist that makes things like this. It's awesome. Nathan has made the cutest cats. We have quite a few. This is one of the guys you guys saw from the picture. So he had 3 because he made one for his mom, one for his brother, and one for his sister that live in Ohio. So that's one of the 3. Of course, I want to keep him because he's awesome. That's the first time he ever did teeth like that. We saw that. Somebody did that, and I'm not sure who it was, but I thought that was a cool idea just to make the lines. And I really like that look. This is one of my all-time favorites. Again, this was a probably Joanna Parker, maybe Bethany Lowe. But I just love him. He was cliche and clay. Nathan didn't ever really sculpt with cliche until he started working with it more and realized he could just make it thicker. And so he's really good at that now. And it's just more secure, being all cliche. Again, it's like concrete. I mean, it's really heavy, very heavy. So that's one thing when you're working. Again, this guy was somebody. I don't know who made him, but he's adorable. I love his mask. That's a little ghost I did with a ghost balloon. He's clay, I think, just clay. Little Frankie. He is lit up, but he doesn't look too lit up. Let's see. Because no, maybe, hold on. Okay, we'll make him green. Frankie's adorable. So this was a series he made of Halloween trick-or-treaters. So they're supposed to be kids dressed up for trick-or-treating. So there's the mummy. And those were made last year, so those have vellum. We just started using some paper. And that's mine. You'll be able to tell mine are a lot different. So that's me. And then these are me. But he does the really cool folk art, all that. That's him. His amazing, he did this earlier this year. This is the coolest thing ever if you're a Beetlejuice fan. It is Dante's Inferno. And it is, oh, I don't have it flashing. Let me make it flash. I mean, the shadows of the girls, it's just, this was a lot of hours and time in learning things in this. And the cool thing, the little pitchforks, again, those are pipe cleaners that are burnt and bent. So he's learned a lot of cool little tricks. You just figure that kind of stuff out along the way. This is wired up from battery lights. Looks like a motherboard back there. And the devil is Van Dolls. Folk art also. The witch boot. Super cool. That may be on our YouTube page. He painted a scene on both sides. It's awesome. And this was my mom's high heel, well, my mom's shoe that had a heel on it. And then he just added foil and stuffed it and just built a form. Anything that you can make a form with, you can cover with cliche. It's awesome. So now we will go back over to Nathan. I think we're ready to move on to the next step.
All right.
Now.
All right, so.
Everybody good? Everybody hear us and with us before we start this part? And Abby, did you list Mary? I don't know if you're listening, but Mary, we need Mary's info up here for people if they want to get those cute vultures and anything else she has. All right. So now Nathan is going to move on to the sculpting part. And this is where the piece that he just did, well, I'll just let him tell you.
I don't know what these for the top, but maybe like this, I don't know. But whenever I completed it, the balloon's still in there. It's built up even higher than this. You just get you something round, whatever size opening, and I just put it on there, outline it, and then you can cut it off with whatever tool you want to use. Right now, I got the oscillating tool and the what is it? The
Dremel.
Dremel, yeah.
The Dremel, we got a battery one or a chargeable one on Amazon for how much?
$22.
20 something. Thanks,
Yep.
Abby. And it's awesome. So it makes, you can, file down with it.
Put a little sander on there and go around.
Yeah,
these
it's
edges.
really great. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, but this I use the oscillating tool,
Now you can use anything though. I mean, whatever you have. If you
Yeah.
can cut it, if
A
it
little knife with the serrated, however, just
like
be
the
careful.
pumpkin carvers that you can get probably, because it's just
Get your hole
hard.
started.
It's just it's stiffened paper, But the cliche is really it is hard. So get your husband to cut it if you want.
Now this is how thick it got on some places. Can you see it, Bum?
Yeah.
Some places are thicker than others because it was hard to tell. I don't think I alternated on this one, but it's thin around the face,
That's good to give it extra support with tape.
and it keeps that moisture from absorbing in there, and because it'll get soft if you don't. When we start, we're going to start on the back, and then we'll work our way around to here, and then we'll work our way around to here, and then we'll do the face last because.
Yep, you can use an X-Acto knife. Abby, it's not Hinton Primitives. It's something else. I'll find it. Go ahead, Nathan.
So yeah, we'll start on the back. Hot glued. Just this will be the neck piece that comes up. Oh, let me see.
And so what he's saying is you're going to add moisture to it with this cliche. So since you're adding moisture, you want to support the more fragile areas, which are under the thin areas.
Right here's where it'll want to crack at and stuff.
Yeah.
If it takes in too much moisture, that's why you gotta be quick when you do the face area, or make your paper mache thicker, so you don't have to worry about timing. But yeah, it'll be a neck piece is what we're doing here with this bottom.
They want to know if we can link the Dremel, so we will.
Oh yeah.
We will. We'll get that. Yeah, there you go. Weathered and Whimsy Primitives. You're right. Thank you, Diane. That's what it is. Abby, you don't have to look. Thank you. Yeah, Weathered and Whimsy Primitives is Mary for the vultures. So, explain your base.
Oh, it's just a piece of cardboard. It has a shiny part here on the top. I wanted the shiny part up here so it don't take in the moisture. So we're always fighting against the moisture and not wanting it to get floppy and hang.
But you can cover a piece of cardboard with foil if you want to.
Or that, yeah.
That is just from a box of
or tape.
cat treats.
Use tape or whatever. If you want to use duct tape on it and then cut it, but we're just going to pack it in there, and that'll be his little neck down here.
And yes, I see your message about the Dremel. We'll make sure that we get all of you guys the info for the things that we like that we buy on Amazon.
I'm just going to take the rest of my mache here and just pour it into the powder because I'll need to add more moisture to it anyway.
He's just not going to waste it. Of course, if you guys are doing this, unless you already have like some that are dried, you won't be doing this next step right away. And you can put them in front of a fan. They dry even on their own fast, but when they're the balloons like this, it's good to put them in front of a fan.
All right. Now just add a little water at a time.
All right, we'll just go over here real quick. So that's his silicone bowl. It's a lot smaller than he thought it would be, but it works okay for him. Again, I just use a plastic throwaway container. I just wouldn't. It's okay to rinse the water in one of these when you're done to go down the drain. Just any big pieces or chunks, I would throw all those away.
Yeah, just throw
And
it
you might
outside.
have to scrape it.
It's not going to hurt. No.
These came from Amazon and they're great to scrape your container out with, but like Nathan's is great because you can turn it inside out and hose it
crumble it
outside.
And it'll fall out.
So that's where silicone is good. Now, again, no right or wrong way. It's the consistency that you want it to be. It is powdery in the air. If you go slow, it's fine. Nathan likes to put a cover over his face sometimes or a mask, but I never do that. I've never done that. You just don't dump it high because when you're putting the powder in, it's gonna, it's obviously it's like powder. So just we keep a cup in the container in the bag. We put it in one of those like clear totes that you can pull for cat food or litter or whatever from like TJ Maxx, and that's what we keep ours in. And we just put the bag it comes in down in it with a cup, so we can just go over and get as much as we need. And you'll learn how much to make. If you don't buy a lot,
You can always make up more.
you can always make more. So just kind of be more sparing. You'll get the feel for how much you need based on what project you're going to make. But this is what he's mixing in order to cover it and to sculpt the face.
Mm-hmm. It'll feel just like clay, maybe a little bit looser than clay.
Yeah, it'll scrunch around, and you know, just keep working it until you know all the dry pieces are out. And also, we recommend that you keep a cup of water where you're working that you can dip your fingers in, because as you do the sculpting, you will sometimes, sometimes they'll want to hang on to you, so you just get your fingers a little wet. Any brushes, obviously not expensive brushes, but brushes are good to smooth things out. You don't have to have any kind of special tools. You can use, you know, cheap brushes from
pencils, whatever,
Dollar Tree, pencils,
stuff,
yeah, anything. Box of spoons, plastic spoons people use sometimes to smooth it.
I started using a paper towel. Get a paper towelette.
Oh yeah, he did start doing that.
It kind of sands it.
He'll rub it with the wet paper towel,
and it'll smooth it out.
And it will smooth it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have any brushes, you can just do that. Dampen some paper towels.
And just rub it until you get smooth.
Mm-hmm. And I keep paper towels down. I'm way more messy. I'm just messy. I'm way more messy than Nathan. So I keep paper towels down. And then if I'm using a brush to smooth it, then I'll just rinse it in the water and then wipe it off on the paper towel in front of me. So I keep one laying there. But, you know, you see the texture of it. And it's not, he just has it where it's
about like clay.
Yeah, it's about like a clay consistency, and that's for him to sculpt with. And yours doesn't have to be exactly like that. If you like it a little bit more loose, that's totally fine.
It's better to be
err on the side of not as wet.
Yes, it's better.
But again, you can always add.
Just get your hand wet.
You can always add more. All right, let me get the phone fixed here again.
Excuse me.
So, yes, if anybody, I think everybody's pretty much stuck with this. So if there's anybody new, you need to know the product that we're using is Cliche by AV Studio. That's avesstudio.com. And then our code is 9lives to be able to get a discount and some type of discount on shipping. 10% off, I think, and shipping discount. And you'll be in love with it. It's great, because actually if you really wanted to finish something in a day, you could. I have actually made things before early, and then I could paint it by that night. So Nathan I'll let him kind of talk his way through what he's doing now.
Oh, we're just packing around the neck. We'll get it so it's a sharp edge so you can tell it's a neck and not just sloping into his head.
Hang on. Hey Christina, it is called Abby, I don't know if you want to write it in again. It's called AV Studio, AVES Studio.com, and it's Cliche. Hang on, Salem. My kitty is sitting on my papers here. Okay. Really quick, guys. Sorry. Let me make sure. This is where you want to go. Well, AV's Cliche. And it's not in front of this. It's not.
Okay.
It only comes in the one color. It looks like concrete, dries like concrete, but we get the 25 pounds of it. But you can get, I would recommend at least get 10 pounds. I think 5 is probably not quite enough if you really just want to see if you like it, though. Still, I would at least get 10 pounds. And then if you wanted clay, here's the Critter Clay. And it's a family-owned company in Wisconsin. There's just the one location, so made in the U.S., family-run and owned, and so we love to support them. And all it is water and powder. No anything else. No glue.
They've got more mediums that we haven't even used.
Oh, yeah, there's a ton. They have epoxies, and, I mean, they have a ton.
We've not even tried.
We're not professional, though, so there's a lot of things on there that professionals would know what they are, how to use them. But, you know, we love what we're doing, so we don't kind of veer from it. But we've looked and thought about it, so at some point we might. But they have so many good things, good products. And then if you use the code 9lives, I think it's all caps, 9lives, NINELIVES, that is the code to get you a discount for ordering.
How much is the discount on it?
Yes, the Cliche is, the whole product is done with Cliche. It's thick or thin. So that's the name, the reason behind the name Cliche, because you can use it as a clay or a mache. So they call it Cliche. Depends on how wet it is. Like we dipped if anybody missed it, when he dipped the papers, the newspapers, into it when it was really wet and watery, and he laid it over the balloon. That's the first part.
That?
You can grab it real quick, yeah. Whenever he did that, again, you don't have to use a balloon. You can use anything. You can use a plastic ornament. I mean, anything that you like the shape of and you want to cover, you can cover it with cliche. But this is to get rid of, this is so it's just hollow and it looks like traditional kind of old school paper mache, that vintage look. You're welcome. Okay. So he likes to leave a neck. So he fills in that gap there. Mm-hmm. That way it looks like, you know, you've got a hard edge, like it's got kind of a neck, a base to set on.
Yeah. Yeah, if you gotta, well, I was making one and it started just sloping up into a space and it wasn't a sharp cut off like I wanted. So I just went ahead and pack it in first and then we'll start on the back here. And we can, don't get too hung up on areas when we start moving quick, because we'll come back and smooth stuff out.
Yeah, so you can smooth it at the end and do all your fine details then. But he's saying don't be like me and get hung up on everything.
No, you can't.
Because I'm really slow. And it's because I have to have everything just perfect.
I like using my palm, just as long as it ain't sticking to me, just to get it thinned out here a little bit so we're not using too much in one spot. It thins out. You can do a tap too. It'll tap it thinner.
Now, while you're watching him, if anybody wants to write anything down, and I will try to get this all organized and send everybody that joined in on this list. But the supplies for the cats that you saw in the picture and what he's doing now, obviously you have to have the cliche. You can use anything you want, but you know, this is what we use, and for the demonstration to know exactly what we use, you'll want to get some cliche and some containers. You'll want either one container or two, plastic throwaway bowls, whatever you like. Something silicone is great. And then you'll want balloons to blow up to whatever size you want. You'll want, or forms, because you can put it on whatever. I will still always put it on a form. If Nathan makes extra balloons up and cuts them for me, I'll use those. But I haven't yet. So I might just use foil. So then you're going to want newspaper and or brown packing paper, like Amazon boxes have. To all your friends and family to save those, give you those, so you can use them, start collecting them. Any kind of brushes, plastic utensils, anything for texture. No, it will not crack. It will not crack.
Unless you drop it.
If you dropped it when it's dry. I've still dropped things and they didn't crack. But I have dropped some things and they do. But it's also easy to fix that. I know it's not fun if you've painted it and all that's good. But if you get some modeling paste, or even spackle.
You can make this.
But yeah, you can redo. You can just get a little tiny bit and make this as a filler, and you can go over it with.
They call it slip, don't they?
Yeah, but yeah, just get it wet. Yeah, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. Thank you, I will. And then yeah, you can fill in the crack. I've never dropped anything and something disintegrates. Now, these, since they are hollow, would be more apt to have something happen if you dropped it, very far, like off of a shelf or something like that. But it's not going to shatter. So everything is fixable. Mm-hmm. It will not crack. It is, you'll see when you get it, it's just an amazing product because it is heavy. Keep in mind, if you're making something over a pumpkin form and you've got a lot going on with it, and you've got a lot of heavy like facial features, or like, I'll show you which I did, the hair. is the whole piece is so heavy, and it will start to tip. So when you're working with it, put like a can of, you know, pumpkin filling or any kind of anything you have that's heavy that'll fit inside. Put it in there, and that way it won't tip towards you. Sometimes I do work opposite. I'll do a little on the front, go to the back. But I always do the backs and sides first, and then I start the face, because you don't want to be holding it, moving it, and then start messing up your face. Everything is fixable, but if you're like me, you get it just so, you don't want to mess it up. I'll go grab that witch and tell you what I mean. But yeah, cliche is literally like dries like concrete. It'll be dry. A piece that you make will be dry really within a few hours of actually finishing it. And we have actually painted something if we really wanted to get something done fast, like that night. So you can. But this is definitely a weekend, no problem job. Like if you make something Friday, you can finish it Saturday. That's why I really like it. A lot of the paper maches that you get, or other kind of clays, take forever to dry. Sometimes you have to put them in the sun. Sometimes they'll actually mold if it's not dry. This is just the best product that we've ever found. All right, you can talk, Nathan. I'm going to grab this switch.
All right, I made it around to this side of the face. I'll add another couple pieces here. And we'll stop, and then we'll go and do this other side, because we'll do our face last so we don't get it all.
You want to explain your tapping method or anything?
Yeah, I tap it. What it'll do is it'll keep pushing it out. I like doing just the tap, and it pushes it out easy without putting too much force on the mache. So I just tap it, and then you can just smooth it over. When you get to the mouth, you can just wipe it out. It'll seal up in there. All right, we'll go over to the other side. But we started off just painting. We never used to build anything. We would paint together. We'd have paint night.
Canvases.
Yep, canvases. And we liked doing that, but the paintings would take days.
Especially for me, because I'm super slow.
Yeah, it would take days. But we had fun.
Okay, Abby. Yeah, that's what... It all started with a random picture that Nathan just sent me one day when I was at work, and said he painted that. It was a gnome. It was a fall Halloween gnome, and we didn't even like gnomes really, but he sent me a picture, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. What's that? He said, I painted it. And I'm like, what? Since when do you paint? So he literally just, that's what we started out doing. And it just kind of morphed from there. But I always liked to draw, and I was always artistic when I was little and in school. So it was right up my alley. All right, I'm going to show you the witch really quick. She is really heavy. You'll recognize her. I think she's Bethany Lowe. All right. Well, there she is. For the hat, it might be one of those little cones that you get, like at the Dollar Tree, the little orange cones for like birthday parties. She is crazy heavy. We added cheeks and, bumps out for shapes, a little bow. Her hair it was literally a rim of foil. When I say heavy, I mean it's heavy. So I hot glued the foil down, and then I had to build her in sessions. But she is heavy. So she started to tip on me in different ways. And we learned too, like from the little nicks that we get, you really need to seal your products. And I didn't really know anything about that before. So we didn't seal. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Thank you, Christina. We love that we do it together. It's really, it's our entertainment. This is what we do. We don't go anywhere. We don't vacation. We just do this. And we love it in our kitties, a home with our kitties that we love. Yeah, Sheila, I think it is Bethany Lowe. I don't remember her name, but I just love her. And also, those pieces are all really small. I personally like big. So when I make things, I always use the big pumpkins. But now that we've done all the big, we have a lot. I really do like that more medium size, like what Nathan's doing right now. I don't like small. So all of these Bethany Lowe and Joanna Parker things you get, they're awesome, but they're very tiny. And I don't like small things. Gorilla Hot Glue. We've never used it. We've seen it. We do not have any preference on hot glue. I'm sure that's fantastic. It doesn't matter, especially for this, because once you get the cliche around it, again, it's like concrete. So it doesn't matter. I mean, I think you could even, I mean, you don't even have to use hot glue if you don't want to, if you've got the time. Huh?
We used hot glue on
No,
this
I
one.
know we did use hot glue, but they were saying, do you like Gorilla Hot Glue?
Oh.
You can work with pretty much anything you have. But yes, if you obviously you can get a cheap glue gun. But we have one that's awesome. We have two. We have one that's cordless, but it gets hotter than Hades and will burn you so bad. We do use the little finger caught tips. We learned that from somebody where you can push down whenever you're hot gluing so it doesn't burn you. What else? We found some really awesome electric scissors. I had never heard of such. Got those on Amazon. They're perfect to cut cardboard. Like when Nathan made the Dante's Inferno. I mean, it was amazing because, cutting cardboard is terrible on your hands. It doesn't do round cuts. It's only straight. But, yeah, I've been wanting to try that Gorilla Hot Glue because, I mean, it's Gorilla Glue. It has to be really good. What I'd like to get is some black. I didn't even know there was colored hot glue. But I saw it on a crafting video on YouTube that there's black hot glue, and that's really what we need. I should probably get some sticks. But it's hard to say how much cliche we use per project. I would definitely, when you're learning and you buy it, just start out a little bit sparing until you figure out how much you need. We've been doing it for so long now that we're pretty good, spot on about knowing what to do. But I would err on the side of caution and make less. We don't measure, so I can't even really tell you. This is the cup we use, just a little plastic cup, and we fill it up. If you fill up that cup a couple of times, I think that's quite a bit, and that'll get you mostly probably sculpted on something like this. But if you don't know, just go light. She loves to get right up in it, in the mess. It'll be on her cliche whiskers, who knows. Thank you, Salem. You're a mess. So just mix a little. I wish I could tell you we don't measure. I would not go 2 pounds. No, sorry. I would go, is it 5, 2, 5, or 2, 10? I would not get 2 pounds. I think you're going to absolutely love it. I have no hesitation in saying buy the next size up. Unless it's a drastic price difference. If not, be very careful with what you get. Honestly, I've never ordered 2 pounds. So even trying to think about how much that would be for what project, I don't know. You could buy 2 pounds if you wanted to do something really small and make sure you had enough. But if for some reason you started making it and something happened, say, like you had to leave, like there was an emergency or anything, or, you just didn't realize how long it was going to take you, or you don't like it, it's going to dry. After a couple hours, it's going to start getting little hard crusties in it, and it's much harder to work with, and you can't rehydrate it. You can when you're working with it, when it's wet and fresh, for a good hour and a half or so, but you cannot rehydrate it once it starts to dry like that. It's like concrete. So I would recommend 5 pounds at least. I think that's one of their options. But if you do get 2 pounds, just be very cautious of what's going on. Do you have the time to sit and dedicate to it? What do you want to do? Or you can try something really small. Here is, and also you'll see Nathan likes to dirty everything. We use dark wax a lot. But like this little guy, for instance, he is just, I put a little piece of felt on him. But he's just a little form made of foil, and he gave him a little sucker, and you made him a little pail, which you can do out of the clay or the cliche. Depends on the consistency that you get. But if you wanted to try something really small, you could do that for sure. Whatever you think you feel more comfortable and safe doing and trying out. But I'm going to say if you want to make one of these cat pails, I would not just get 2 pounds. I would at least get 5. Another cute little guy to do is a ghost with a balloon. That balloon, and there's wire, and you just, you can just drill, you can just do a little hole. I'm going to show you another little tool in this cliche easily. But that balloon is just a plastic egg that they have out at, like, not the little eggs you fill with candy. It's one that's supposed to look real. It's a little speckled egg that just got painted. And then you can see the foil. I'm real funny. I have to make sure all mine are finished bases. But when he started making them, that's not how he did that. So let's see. What was I just saying? This guy is one that you could do. Again, any shape, just make a form, twist some paper, and then you can just texture it, paint it, blend it. You can use a little realized like you can get on Amazon. But this would make, you could do something this size, or with 2 pounds for sure. This guy's precious. He's one of my favorites. He's just so cute. I love him. His little eyes. So he just added, he just added the cliche. So the good thing about cliche is it sticks to itself and dries easy. You don't have to use any kind of glue. So while it's all wet, it's all going to stick together. If you want to get the area, if you're adding a piece that you made separate, like you'll see he'll roll little snakes of clay out. If you're adding it separately, you might want to make it make sure it's a little damp. Rub your finger in some water and rub it on the area you're going to put that, and so it's incorporated and it will attach. And then also you can rub around the edges. You'll see how he does that when he starts the sculpting. And thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate that. We're proud of what we do. We love what we do, and we do it for us. So we're happy. That we have a lot of stuff because this is what we do on the weekends. And so we've had to add more shelves to the walls because we just have a ton. So once we get everything up for Halloween and decorated, which will be next month probably, because we love it, we'll do a walkthrough of the house and see everything because Nathan does wood things too. So he made a sign that I can show you all. If anybody's a Harry Potter fan, we love Harry Potter. But he's made a Diagon Alley sign, and
that's Nocturne.
Oh, that's Nocturne Alley, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything. Just start looking at anything that you have that's going to be empty and think about what it could be, what you could use it for. Again, plastic ornaments, like those big ones you can fill the, shatterproof. We could pick up those at yard sales all the time. I mean, things that are ugly, you start looking at and thinking about, okay, wait, I can use this for something. And I completely lost my train of thought. If I said I was going to show you something, let me know what it was. The brain. The brain process is not working great right now. Oh, I'm going to show you. Well, no, I'm going to keep this on Nathan so you see what he's doing.
I'm just getting a layer on him first before I even start making the features.
I'm going to move you guys closer in case it's better for you to see. Mm-hmm. So again, he's starting from the back. That's kind of what we do because you don't want to mess up the face by handling it a lot and moving it around. And also you don't need a super thick layer. Try to go, obviously the thicker you go, the heavier it's going to be. But You don't want to waste it.
No, this is just first round.
Yeah,
You just put a thin layer, and then we'll build the face up here.
Yes, that's the great thing about cliche. It will stick to anything. We use the foil all the time. We use the plastic pumpkins, which you know are really slick, and it will form to anything. Let's see. What do we have over here? Okay. So I'm going to put, I'll show you what I mean really quick here. Hi, mister. Okay, just for a second. This guy, like I said, I think he's Bethany Lowe. I just I put him upside down so I could cut an opening because he was supposed to have a lid. His hat, I used a party hat, but I added things to it and literally just stuck it down with some filler over it. So he is just the pumpkin pill.
2 holes in it. Or
with 2? No.
Holes.
Yeah, I turned this pumpkin upside down and cut out another opening just because how it was built. And of course I didn't do any kind of vellum or anything because I didn't want him to glow. I wanted him to look just like he was with a regular face. So there's an example. Usually our pumpkins are the other way around, but this one I wanted to make like that. And you'll get better if you're not already good at painting. You'll get better on figuring out layers and textures and things to add. But like for him, even with his cone-shaped nose, I have in the past just made the cone-shaped nose from cliche, but rather than waste that chunk of cliche, what I then started to do was just make a little cone out of foil or anything. If you had anything, you could do that, glue it on, hot glue it on, and have it ready to cover. Cheeks, put a ball of foil on there. Anything that helps you to save. On the plastic pumpkins, do you need to put newspaper on it? Nope. The plastic pumpkins, like he's doing now with his, is exactly what you do.
Oh, yeah.
You have it thick, and it's thick. You can have it thinner, but it's obviously to sculpt. You want it a little bit thick. Mm-hmm. And then just mix some up, and then go back and mix some more. I recommend. It's good that I work at a surgery center because I'm able to get some gloves. So it's nice to have gloves to mix the cliche with. Just have something ready to scrub it, to scrape it off so you don't waste too much. It'll stick to your hands. But it of course all washes off even when it gets dry. But when you're using it, you'll want to dip your hands in the water sometimes because as you go, they'll get kind of crusty, your fingers. So just, you'll have your cup there and you can rinse your fingers as you go. Have your paper towels ready so you can blot your fingers off if they're too wet. What else? No, when you get, so say for instance, let's see. Let me see if I can find something. What are you doing, mister?
We're going to make his nose. I just rolled it out. And we're just building it up is what we're doing. We're going to flatten this out here. So and we just flatten it out.
Oh, and what's good is, he's working on a mat. He's got an upside down mat, from TJ Maxx with Christmas trees on it. Obviously, our island is nice. It doesn't matter if it gets on it. We don't work on it bare, but it doesn't matter. It'll come right off. This is an example of a yard sale find. So it's just the plastic ornament. I've marked where I want him to cut it, and that's a good size. So it'll stick right to that. This was a yard sale find. That was just some kind of little light up ball, and I started to cover it. That's a different material on that one. This is the box, just a shiny, any kind of cardboard box you get. That's what he uses. It's really thick. He uses that for the piece on the bottom. You can also use a wood form. I mean, if you've got access to scrap pieces of wood or anything. Okay, he's doing the sculpting, so I'm going to let him kind of talk through this.
I'm just doing up the little snakes, and that'll be his.
So tell him how you do that.
I just rolled it out.
Just roll out. So you have to kind of have the right thickness to be able to roll with it.
Yeah, you can just roll it out on your mat, and then all I'm doing is adding clay there, because when you go to make it look like his eyebrows, you'll press in, and that'll give it that look. So,
he did learn a really cool trick. Well, he figured it out on his own. You can make it appear that somebody has like a cape on without adding, or like hairline, without adding a bunch of extra cliche. You just make the little snake and blend it, and it looks like a seam, like a line where something meets it. I'm trying to think of anything he made like that to show.
The masks, if they've got a mask or whatever, like Frankenstein's mask that's on him, you can tell there's a division of face versus the mask that he's wearing.
Okay.
And I've done them 2 different color greens too, to kind of give it that look.
And so, no, yes, you do not need, the only time you need newspaper is if you're going to make it runny and use it like a paper mache. Other than that, you're going to use it more like the clay. When you put it on, it can be a little wet, but still you want it thick enough to where it'll stay on. And I just keep pushing it. If you look at our YouTube channel too and kind of watch the videos, you know, me and Nathan both have a little bit different techniques. He's learned to do the tapping technique, and I do more pushing with my hand, and then I smooth it. I'll rub my hand on it as I go. My hand will be damp, and I'll just rub my whole hand over it and smooth it as I go. And then, of course, at the end, you go back and, you know, but that's how I do it along the way. And I don't remember if I have any videos on there of me actually crafting anything, because I'm so slow. Probably don't, because it would just be hours. But Nathan has a lot of videos. And then actually, I think you will see it. I think he did do his Frankenstein trick-or-treater is on our YouTube page, so you can see how he actually does that illusion of like a mask line, like it's a little boy and his face is painted green, but he's got the Frankie mask, the Frankie head on, and it looks like there's a dividing line, and it's just a little thin snake. Oh, and this. You have an empty salt container. It's a good base for something. You can cut it in half. That's actually what the base was, I believe, for Bo Beelzebub over there. But when you use something like this, like cardboard, cover it with foil, because
or duct tape.
Or duct tape, because the cardboard takes in the moisture. So we've both learned that the hard way. But it still worked. You know, we made it work. And you can also, if you don't like the inside of the pumpkin, and you want it to look like the paper mache, but you don't want to do the balloon thing, you can cover the inside of the pumpkin with cliche. Now, I wouldn't suggest wasting it like that, but if you're not making a lot of stuff and you just want one to look like it's just, paper mache or that vintage look, you can cover the inside. Just do it really thin, and you can cover the whole inside, and then you can paint it. And so it'll all look like it's the same material. We try to waste as little as possible. So he's showing you now.
That'll be his cheek and his face. I just like a little, I don't know what that is, chicken wing?
Yeah, it's like a comma. It's like a big comma.
So we'll get it up here.
Now you'll see how he attaches it.
We'll just get it laid there. I'm only going to go push it down to around here probably.
Okay.
So I'll tap it until it gets down there.
Now just remember, you don't have to tap it. I rub it, but he taps it. So whatever works for you. And you can always take some off if you get it too fat. I've had cheeks before that got out of control. So sometimes you just got to cut the top part off, or scrape it off, or pick it off, and then just smooth it down. And that's how great cliche is. You see, it just sticks to itself. You don't need glue. It's a big chunk he added to it. And he didn't even really do what I normally do, kind of get it wet first, because you're incorporating it all like that. So it is all going to be concrete when it's done. And thank you, everybody, for hopping on here and taking interest. We love to do it, so we appreciate you all.
Mm-hmm.
We would have never, if you would have asked us 4 years ago, showed us a picture of our shelf with all the things we've made on it, and said, "You are making this. This is all stuff that you made."
Junk.
We would have been like, "Huh?" I mean, I don't even know. Like, when you look at stuff like this, you're like, how do you even start? And no, it does not shrink when it dries. Again, this is why we love cliche. It does not shrink. It is super strong. It is heavy. It dries fast. Like, there's no downside to it whatsoever. It's just absolutely the best product we've ever found. No shrinkage, none of that. How you make it is how it dries.
Yep.
And honestly, this, I mean, you see how thick the cheeks are. That's the only thing that takes, more time inside to dry. But on the outside and to the touch, by later tonight, it would all, appear dry. You'll see some parts get lighter, brownish gray as it dries, and some parts look darker. If, like me, I've started a piece where it was so heavy and tipping, and the way the face was, here he goes with the second cheek. I wanted to do it in 2 days, 2 sessions. I wanted it dry before I started handling it again. That's not always the best way. It wasn't, I probably would never do it again unless I just had to. But you'll see the dry lines look different, and it could be deceiving. At first I thought, wait a minute, is it not dry? Because it might be a darker shade. It's just how the material is. So thank you so much, Elaine. I appreciate that. Yeah, we love to help. I mean, we've had to learn everything the hard way over years, and we're happy. And every time we learn a new tip, we're excited. The code, Tiffany, is 9 lives. As in a cat has 9 lives. All caps, all one word, 9 lives, with an S at the end. And that's also our YouTube channel name and my Instagram name, 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. And if you will follow me on Instagram, you can also see we did a Christmas walkthrough once. We make snowmen and other things, but Halloween is by far the best. Thank you, Jamie, for putting that there. Halloween is just the best because you can make anything Halloween. I mean, anything literally can become Halloween. I'm not really so much into like Halloween and, mixing holidays up. We're not real crazy about that. But Halloween is just fun because you can do anything. Christmas, you're limited. You can make an elf, you can make a Santa, a snowman. It's kind of hard to come up with a lot. So the creativity it flows with Halloween more than anything. And we love cats so much, so that's perfect. Of course, you can make a cat for Halloween because when can you go wrong with a cat? But
I think mix up a little bit more.
Okay, he's going to mix some more. While he's mixing it, I'm going to show you another great friend and artist from October Roads, Chris. Don't look at my pantry, sorry. Well, I'll show you these really quick. Of course, Nathan did all of these. Again, that's, I think, Joanna Parker maybe. That's one of the first, maybe second year pieces he did. Believe it or not, that trick-or-treat box is a Velveeta cheese container lid, bottom, something. And he just made it look wonky like it was a ground, and he painted the scene. Actually, he carved out the trick-or-treat.
That one I built with any of our leftover cliche. I just kept
adding it. That's funny. We make our own party hats, but we also buy them and paint them, if you find them at the Goodwill or something. So my friend Chris, October Roads, he made all these, and they're so good. Now, he is a professional. This is what he does for a living. And, I mean, gorgeous. And I don't know what he uses for the eyes and the mouth, but I sure wish I knew. It reminds me of, Shrinky Dinks. But they have little flickery lights. I just don't know where they're at yet. Obviously, it's a little early for Halloween. But I've got Sarah, Marion, Winifred, and I've got Billy. And he has Book. I'm going to get Book this year, but he is so good. Oh, man, these are the best. You all definitely need some of these in your life if you love the witches. And then, of course, we're a cat family. He's amazing. He's a piece that he does regularly in different color variations, but I love him so much. And if anybody ever needs help, I made him with a lap sponge again. the benefit to working at a surgery center. And if anybody needs to know, and it's always a mess on our island, by the way. If anybody wants to know, he's a member of this group, and it's October Roads, and he just has beautiful things. So you should definitely check him out. So like you see Frankie, he's got this line here, and it gives the illusion that this is another layer, but that's literally just a snake of cliche that he smoothed out. So that was pretty smart, him doing that. And we don't have knobs on our stove because our little girl likes to try to kill us in the night sometimes by turning on the gas. So all the knobs have to come off. All right, I'm going to set you up here again. Sorry for the messy pantry background. Okay. We have a handicap kid, a special needs baby. He's handy-capable, named Finney. And he's precious. He's laying over here in his little wagon. We pull him around in his wagon, so we have lots of kitty inspiration. We have all tuxedos, all black kitties in this house. Tuxedos are black. So the cliche, sorry, I had a message pop up. How much of the cliche do you use per project? It depends on how big your project is, and we don't measure. I know that's not helpful, and I'm sorry. We have not measured from day one. There might be some guidance on their site, avstudio.com, but it probably not, because it just depends on what you're making.
How thick you're doing it.
Oh, yeah. We love Hocus Pocus. Love it. I did a Hocus Pocus painting when we were doing our painting canvases, which we've long given up because it's just not fun. This is fun for us. The painting on the canvas is stressful. It's so time consuming. But yeah, if you love Hocus Pocus, you must go to Chris at October Roads. He is a member of this group, and he's just crazy talented, and he loves to make witches, lots of witches. But he has the Sanderson sisters. He's done a bust before. He's done a lot of really cool stuff, but those are all super affordable. I'm gonna say they're like 75 a piece or something like that, but they're amazing. And I've just got them over a couple of years. I still have one to get. I still have book. I'm gonna get book, which, by the way, I'm gonna show you all book here in a bit that Nathan made. It is amazing. Now, well, I will say, we did not, it was back in the beginning.
That was the very first
of time. And it was made with a different product. It was with Crayola air dry clay. It is garbage. Please do not ever waste your money on anything Crayola.
Your time. I mean, when you
no, not your time. Oh my gosh. Talk about devastating. Crayola Model Magic or Crayola air dry clay. Any Crayola product, I'm just going to say.
I mean, it's fine to learn with, but
it's not even fun to learn with, because you may want to keep your things. So I made a skull once, my little skull guy who's adorable, and I was so proud of myself. It was my first real sculpting that I did. Took all this time to make it. I did it over a ball, which probably wasn't the great idea. It was a ball like you could deflate from the Dollar Tree. But anyway, air dry, Crayola air dry clay. Cracks, separates, and it was destroyed and ruined, and I was devastated because I spent so much time on it, and I was so upset. Then I started watching another lady on YouTube. I love what she makes. She used Crayola Model Magic. Never told anybody how it dries. Again, horrible. I may have something in there I can show you an example of. It just ruins, over time, especially if you put it in the heat. It will disintegrate. Nathan, you want to talk about your ear?
No, I'm just attaching ears. I mean, you make you up a little ear however you want.
However thick or thin you like it.
Yeah, I'll leave it flat. You can get a little wet if you want. And
turn it around so we can see you add it. Or do you need to have it facing you?
You need it.
He's just adding it like he did the cheap. He's just going to start.
Can you see it?
Uh-huh. He's just going to start
yeah, you just get it in there and
incorporating.
You press it down right in there.
And Elaine, I'm sorry for the delay. Yes. We have 2 tuxedos and a little panther demon who totally rules the house. I mean, it's bad. But yes, we love our boys, and we were never going to have another girl. And then she showed up being born in our pole barn, or her mama left her because I think she just didn't know what to do. So she's our outside kitty, and she is a hunter. She loves it. So she's happy outside. If it's really bad weather, we might bring her in. But no, Salem, oh, she's so bad. I mean, she's just bad. Anyways, but yes, the cats rule the house here, and we are cat obsessed. So thankfully, I found a husband that loves cats as much as I do, and they're our babies. I do have a son who's 34, so he's long out of the house, but our cats rule, and we love anything cat, so we make as much cat things as we can. Yeah, thanks, Abby. I told them to. I showed them some examples of how it sticks to the pumpkin petals or an ornament, anything. Even glass. I have done things over glass. I have done that. Like, I'm trying to think. I did a little chick bucket, and it was a little glass container. It was thick. I got it at the Goodwill. So you can absolutely use anything. And for that, if you wanted to make a container you could put candy or something in, you can totally build on any kind of, like one of those little fishbowl things. But I would recommend something thicker. This was thick. It came from the Goodwill. It was textured like that. Had like that bubbly look to it. It looked kind of nautical. I had that thick twine handle, so I just cut that handle off and covered it, and that was my chick. So anything, literally, like I said, an empty salt container, a quick cooking oats container. But if it's cardboard, cover it with foil, and you're fine. As long as you got foil over it, you're fine. I've never tried cellophane or anything. I feel like that would be a mess and move around. So I would highly recommend foil. And foil gets so hard. I've even formed something over top of like a cloche because it's just round, and I wanted it very rounded, and then I could just add the base to it or flatten it. And I just use foil. And then you do need to cover it, obviously, unless you don't care that it's foil inside. But I covered the inside with cliche too. But yeah, anything you can imagine that you've got, I'm sure plenty of things in your house right now you could just grab and cover. Instagram is 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. I picked that name a long time back. I thought it was so cute because obviously we love cats. Cats have 9 lives. And we love all things vintage. And I started out on Instagram and tried to be in the world of selling vintage. It's harder than I thought. I don't have time to focus on that. I mean, I manage a surgery center full time. We do joint replacement. It's very busy. It's about an hour away from home, so it's a lot. I work a lot of hours and spend a lot of hours crafting here. So if anybody ever wants to message me, just don't be upset or offended or think I'm mean and ignoring you, because I'm not. I just literally have no time. And again, I started doing some kitty drop-in sitting on the side, and so yeah, I'm really always busy. And so that's where 9 Lives Vintage Vibes came about, and my little icon. I just love the little kitty with the monocle. I just love it, and I love green, so that's why we chose that logo. I did pay for that logo. At least I'm happy I did that. But that's on YouTube and Instagram, 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. Now, I never made a Facebook at that because I really don't get on Facebook a lot. It was just a fluke that I actually got on it that day and posted that picture of Nathan, and it just went crazy. It was awesome, but we didn't expect that. Like I said, there's so many artists on here that are so talented, and that's what they do for a living. So it was kind of just, it was just wild. Now he is... Pull it back a little. He is using a paper towel. He's going to dampen it. And he is just going to, that's his new technique he just learned. Like I said, always learning something new. And he's going to smooth it that way. Me, I prefer a brush.
Well,
I've not tried this way, but I don't think.
It'll make like a slip. So as you're going, it'll fill
explain
holes.
what a slip is.
It's a really loose, it's kind of like glue, clay glue.
It's just your product you're using, but wetter.
Yeah, it's really wet, and it'll...
So you'll see sometimes people will make score marks where they're going to attach something. They'll score it.
And then they'll put slip.
And then they'll put some of the wet material, like from before when it was more wet, and then they'll attach something to it. And it's supposed to get in all the grooves. Honestly, you don't need to do that with cliche.
Sandpaper when you get it wet.
You saw he didn't attach that with the cliche like that. He literally put it to it, and he pushed around it and then spread out the clay like that. So you do not have to do that. You'll see a lot of people do that, but you don't have to do that. Just know that if you put really super fat cheeks on, or ears that are super big or heavy or chunky, they might sag. You're going to get droopy.
You want to build an armature for them.
Yes, either like for ears. If I'm doing ears, I don't do them like he does.
I broke 4 bunny ears this season.
Well, he's broken a lot of ears because sometimes clay is more fragile. If you add clay to it,
if I didn't have an armature,
it doesn't adjoin. Like he would glue that. This is like all together. This is all together. But like if I was doing ears, I would have done ears with foil. I would have made ears with cardboard and foil, and I would have glued it on first, and then I would have covered it. That's how I would do it. Same for ears, like bunny ears, any of that. But this is his technique that he does. So like if his ears were really huge, they would be sagging, but they're not, because they're not that big. Cheeks are notorious for, if they're big, they're going to sag. I've even made things before that I have propped up, like on a witch chin or a witch nose that was really big and droopy, and I wanted it to be that way, but I didn't want it to just be crazy. I'd prop up something under it, whether it was a paint container, a brush that I rigged for the handle to hold it up, and then once it dries, you can just fill that hole in and just round that part out. So it's really awesome and forgiving that way. And again, like Nathan said earlier, you ever crack it, you ever break it, just get a little cliche that's really damp and more runny and whatever texture you want to fill it in, and then just repaint that spot. I have had to do that. I have broken ears. Always give yourself some kind of good support. So if you are doing something really big that's sticking out, it is good to use a base of some sort. And then where's that? Where's your eye? Your little eye hole. Here's one I did. Okay. So this is the really bendy cardboard that comes between cat food cans. And I am so sorry, Susie. I saw 2 tuxedos at our house, Allison Finnegan. Oh, that's great. Our Finnegan is Finny. He's Fenwick. He's our little special needs boy. And his name is Finny. Alice is cute. Yeah, oh my gosh, we're a tuxedo family for sure. If you have any thin cardboard that separates any kind of cat food, dog food, or just
pop. I think pop still comes.
Maybe canned drinks have. I don't know, but that's the best. Like you can make party like hats out of it, cones. I mean, it's great. It's so good. We use it for so many things. Yeah. It's perfect. Like here's an eye I made for my little witch girl over there, and I just drew it out how I wanted it, cut it, and then you just hold it up. Like he held that shape that he made up, and then he drew around it, and then he cut that out. If you get the Dremel tool, it's definitely easier to cut. But yeah, just keep your little forms. If you make an eye you really like, just keep it as a little template. I have a party hat template from one that I made. So, you don't have to do double work next time. You kind of have your little arsenal of tools ready. What else did we get? I was trying to think. I thought of a tool earlier that we use that's helpful. Oh, well, a Lazy Susan, like you can get them at the Dollar General. I don't know if I've seen one at Dollar Tree, but a yard sale, something that's got the little turny thing under it. Those are great to use with cliche or to paint on. It's just nice. And then sometimes, like I said, if you have to put something heavy in the middle, like a can or anything to weight it down, actually it's really good to hold on to. So if you're turning it on a little turnstile, you can have your hand in the opening on top of the can or whatever, and kind of, you can actually even hold it from the inside that way, if you're doing it over a pumpkin or something. But yeah, the turntables are great. I'll grab one that I have here. You think of any other tools that you've learned about, Nathan?
I mean, I use whatever I can get my hands on. I like the silicone deal because I've broken a lot of bowls trying to beat the cliche out of them. Like little plastic bowls, I've broken them. So I was like, I need something I can fold up.
And I'll tell you that he does that because he's a guy and he doesn't clean them out right away. When I do cliche, I've been using the same cheap plastic container for a while, but I scrub it out right away and then I put it to dry and it's fine. So it's just however you want to fool with it. If you don't want to, you know, I mean, you could use a plastic container, a different one every time if you wanted, and you had them, you throw them away, it's fine. You know, you can find stuff at a yard sale and that's great. So, let me pull you back some. So I got this at the Dollar General store. Just has, I think it was there. And then it's great. Obviously you can see all the remnants on there. You can put foil over it if it's messy or you don't want to get it messed up. You know, I have another one that's got foil over it. Let's see. I'm going to come around here since he's working over here. I don't want you guys to miss anything or have questions. And I dropped the phone. Of course. Sorry, guys. All right, so he is smoothing with the brush now. And you can see where he put the nose. And you can, you know, however you want to form that and lay that on there, there's no right or wrong way. And, it, you know, you can just keep tweaking it, messing with it for a long time. And you can also sand it. It's awesome because you can sand it. Oh, I know I was going to show you that little tool I have to make holes. Are you done with him?
Yeah, I'm done with this guy.
Okay, well here, let's look at him. Turn that light on.
You want? Well,
Here.
here, I'll just bring him over here, Bob. This is bright. This is brighter light.
All right, put him. Let's see. Put him over here, maybe right here.
Yeah.
Well, is he messy underneath?
Yeah.
Okay. Here.
All right, here,
Where's
let
the
me just set
thing?
him here.
Here, put him here. Put him on this.
All right.
All right. And I'll move her.
Hey, pretty much.
Okay. So you can see, you know, he didn't do anything on the inside, and you can, you know, you can wrap it like when I do my eyes, like on a pumpkin peel. If I cut a plastic pumpkin peel, I'll wrap it in there so you can't see the edge. And even when you paint it, you're not going to see it. But I'm real funny about that.
Well, I'm going to use that router or that tool we got now with the sander on it, and you can just.
Oh yeah, the Dremel tool.
You can go around it with the sander now because we haven't tried that yet.
Now, do you want to go ahead and cover the tape on the inside? Go ahead and cover that.
No, I'm painting it.
Oh, you're going to paint it.
Yeah,
okay.
you won't be able to glue your eyes in there.
Oh, that's right. I forget. Never mind. So I'm not even thinking. So we're going to be gluing eyes in there anyway, so you're not going to see that. I'm real funny about things being finished even on the bottom, so that's why I say that. Now see, this is a difference. He does everything like it's very, very folk art. Mine is going to be it's just very different, clearly. Mine is just, I love his. I wish I could do it like this, but my style is different. And you can make your chins as wide or big or, you know, as you like. However you want your cheeks. You like big fat cheeks. And then you saw how he kind of, he made the snake. It would be the same technique when he put the snake on and attached it. Like if you were making a line like that where, you know, like a headpiece or something. That can also give that illusion. He keeps his kitty noses more small. And now, do you want this to work with that? Are you going to be good there? All right, I'm going to... Okay, well, if everybody's good, I'll put this over to the side because he's going to be now painting this guy. And this guy, he is going to paint in front of you guys, and we are going to auction it at the end of this. And we are probably going to put regular paper in him, and then I can show you and explain the difference of the vellum. But I really like the paper look. We're really liking the paper look more than anything right now. Hang on, sorry, let me get my phone in here. Abby, I'm using the phone holder you gave you guys. Sorry, that was bad. Can you all still hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. Technical difficulties. Okay. All right, that was almost bad. Okay. I'm going to move this guy so he can dry. You could put a fan on him right now if you wanted to, but we're not going to be in any hurry for it to dry. So we'll let it do its thing on its own and dry on its own. Abby says, love you, good night. Well, it's still daylight here, Abby, and the chickens are still up, so I don't know why you're going to sleep, but okay. Love you. My sister is not the night owl. That's me and Nathan. Oh, gosh. All right. Here's my little template I put together. This is for the party hat. I got the little round piece for the bottom of it, and then I figured out how to do the shape I wanted. And then I just keep it so we can always do more. And then I was looking off of that face that I saw that I liked. I made this one first. It was way too wide. So then I made this one. And then you can get the transfer paper. Why did it get blurry? Okay, you can get the transfer paper and just go right over that with a little, you know, end of a pen with a lid on, or a stylus, or a shish kebab, any kind of anything. And it'll print that right on it. So then that's how I did this guy. I made his little hat with that cat food cardboard. And then I made my bottom piece, and I forgot to cut it in ahead of time, so then I cut it after. I filled it with some packing paper so it would stay thick and sturdy and not cave in. And then I added some pipe cleaner. Painted his face on, but first I drew it on with the transfer paper. So that stuff's awesome. Now Salem is back, probably getting closer to eating time. Yeah, she's about an hour away. She's gonna start telling us it's time. Yeah, and feel free to send me any pictures of y'all's kitty babies, because we sure love them. Anybody's babies. You send me a picture of all your fur babies. Fur babies are the best.
All right, I use Mars Black. I use titanium white.
What kind of paint?
Acrylic.
But also Liquitex.
Well, you ain't gotta use.
You can use anything, but we prefer that. And what's the other kind? Liquitex we love. You can get it in the big containers at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. The wax he'll tell you about. Also, I'll show him the other paint that we like.
All right. And we use red oxide. That's for the cheeks.
Make this. Now you can use any color you want, obviously. Any shade of orange or anything that you like. So you see now he's just gonna sand it. I like the sander blocks, but to get into little cracks you need that. But he's not going to break out the Dremel. Go get the Dremel and show them it at least, so they can see, and then we'll send the link too.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Carrie. Nathan is my husband. He is the best. We're both so alike in our likes and dislikes. We're just very different personalities. So I'm the bossy one, and he's super sweet. But yeah, we've been together since 2010. He's from Ohio, and his family makes mustard. He's the mustard man, and I met him at the fair, the Kentucky State Fair, selling his mustard. So, and the rest is history. We've been married since 2015. So
it's a Hardell.
All right, he's going to show you. This is the rechargeable Dremel that we got off of Amazon for like less than $30.
It was 20 something.
It's awesome.
Like $21 or $22.
Okay, Salem.
Come on now.
We can't see through you.
I'm gonna get her.
Okay. And then show them the attachment.
Oh yeah, it come with a whole. They come with all these. Oh no.
Hold on. Sorry, I got a kitty in my hands.
Put her down.
It's fine. I'm holding it right now.
But it come with sanders and little saws. I haven't tried them out yet. And then these little sanders on there. I don't know what all it does yet. There's a little drill. You can, I guess.
That's what I'm going to show them is my tool.
Yeah, you got a hand drill, but we got this one with now. For, For the.
That's what you want to drill for the handles and your pails. If you want to put a handle, which we always do. We literally just got this tool though. We saw somebody using it, and I was like, "Why did we never think of this before?"
We could just go, go inside.
And it's got the light on it. I mean, how amazing is that? Move your paint Can't see.
Oh.
We need to put the lid on it anyway.
Yeah, it's got a little light.
Put the lid on it. Dust is going to get in it.
It's fine. You can go around and any little fur balls and stuff. That's cool.
All right, I'm going to put this back in here. Sorry. Cat interference, y'all. All right. All right.
But yeah, that's neat.
Yeah, it's really cool. I'm going to show you all something. I'll write all these things down for you too. And thank you, Carrie. Yeah, it is. We're perfect. We fuss with each other, and that's it. There's no fighting. It's just a lot of fussing. Hello, Amari. Amari just got on. Amari, I'm wearing your shirt. You made me. My
oh, that's cool.
Ghosting people since what's it say? Ghosting people all year long. Okay, let me show y'all really quick. This tool is the best. Got this. I don't know why it gets blurry. Got this on Amazon. Tag on it. Sorry, I don't know why. It doesn't want to focus.
Don't.
No. Okay, there we go. Craft 911 Precision Pen Vise. So it's just this little container. And it has this little nifty thing that you have this container of bits, all different sizes. And you just pop the end off and you stick it in here. And you tighten it by turning it. And then it just slides right out when you're done. But you turn it and you can make a guide hole. Well, you just make the entire hole that you put the wire through. And it goes right into the cliche like perfect. Because again, it's like concrete. And it goes right through it. You just keep twisting it. I think may... You should do it with this and that. Huh? So what he'll do is he'll...
I got my drill. This is what I use.
Oh, you're going to use your drill? Okay.
Well, that's what I've been using, but now we can use this.
Okay. Well, he does it different than me even. There's bits in here in this little tool I showed you that are big enough to make a hole with for your wire. And whatever wire you have, just make a hole that's that size or get it kind of close. And then you can just slip it right through, which you'll see. And we need to move some things. Move your water.
Yeah, there's some stuff there.
All right. Put that over there. All right, I'll go a little bit closer.
All I'm doing is just the inside. You can paint it whatever color you want the inside.
He's just painting the inside now. So however you want to finish it. And again, if you use a plastic pumpkin or any other kind of anything, you can just paint the inside of it too. I mean, nobody's really going to get down and look in it. If you're selling them or you're making them as gifts, obviously it's your preference. But we don't waste materials to finish the inside. Unless I do foil, like I said, if I do foil and it's literally the whole thing is foil, then I will cover the inside with cliche. And then you can put felt on the bottoms of things. Like I said, if you have wood rounds, if you have coasters, like anything you can possibly imagine or think of.
I bought 2 wooden chairs with all kinds of spindles on them. And
oh yeah, he bought wooden chairs at a yard sale so he can cut the spindles off to use for bases.
Like the legs also had like little bubbles down them, so you can cut it off and have somebody stand in it, drill holes and stand.
Yeah, so you can literally use anything. Let's see. I don't know if anybody remembers the ghost vase that kind of went like viral last year or the year before. Oh, chicken alarm's going off. Okay. So the ghost that kind of went viral. So you can see the bottom is it's a quick cooking oats. This is before I was smart enough to realize cover it with foil, make it sturdy. But I painted it orange inside, and then, I just put a jar in it with water and put my flowers in it. So that was my little ghost face. But I've learned from things over the years, like on this too. Definitely need to put foil on anything that's any kind of paper that's going to get moist and start to get mushy at all. Did you explain that whenever you put the clay shade on the other one that it might get flimsy in spots because it hydrates that paper?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I explained it.
Let's see. While he's painting that. Echo, stop. Chicken bedtime alarm just went off. So in a little bit, chicken's got to get put up. We just got this out. It's dusty. But I'm going to show you something that I made with clay and acrylic. So
In a plastic, I think we got
I made him a hat out of clay.
pop shelf.
I made this little pumpkin out of clay. And I painted a skeleton from the Dollar Tree. And a pumpkin, or a crow I got from Amazon. I put some Spanish moss on it. I added a little 31 cent and feather from Tim Holtz and a little that. And there you go. We make anything that we like, we see we like, we make it. I'll show them your example of, oh no, the bat almost kicked the bucket. All right, and Nathan is just painting the inside. Carrie says, OMG, he's amazing. He really is. He won't take credit, but he is. All right. This guy, that's why we buy the chair legs to cut off. Sometimes he'll paint 31 or, put something around it. Feet are clay. This is clay and clay shay, I think. His head's clay shay. Mm-hmm. But the little legs are just craft sticks. What do we call them? Skewer sticks, whatever.
The dowel sticks.
The dowel sticks. And then the buttons he made too. They're not buttons, so he made that. And then we do our own festooning. So that's something, if anybody needs to know how, we can always give you all a little tutorial on that. He recently learned to sew some festooning. It's amazing. I don't sew, not even a button, but he can do anything, so he learned how. And so now when we do festooning for necks or hats or any kind of embellishment for anything, he'll just sew them because it's a lot easier. We could show you the way to hot glue it, which is definitely more of a pain, and then the way to sew it. And you can stitch it by hand. It's just, a basic stitch, or it's super fast on the sewing machine. Just a straight line down the middle.
Well, I would just do like the festooning part, but then the one stitch you're talking about is like the Elizabethan collar look.
Oh, if you want to cinch it, make it ruffled. Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, if you want to make it ruffled, like. I also just hot glued some on the bottom of my chick, and I just kind of, bunched it and went around it and made it look like that. Mm-hmm. But I hot glued it because I'm not sewing anything. Dear mister. Let's see, so there's that tool. Okay. And I'll show you our wire. Again, if anybody needs to know the inserts for the eyes. So he uses a mixed media paper that'll take, obviously it takes paint, water, moisture, and so it doesn't get that wrinkly look. And that's really great. We really like how it looks because that is what is on the cat's eyes. So the wire handle, got that wire at the yard sale, but we'll change his colors. Obviously we've got a bright light over us. You're not going to see it right now that well, but the light shines through this one just as good as it does the vellum. And the vellum, we thought really that's the only thing we could ever use. So I really like the paper better because the vellum, I don't know, it's a different texture. I don't always love the look You can see paint strokes really easily. Light will show through that. But it's good. I mean, that's what we've used for a long time. But now we've switched to gears. So we probably won't use vellum anymore. And then you'll see how he paints his when he does it. He actually puts the inserts in and paints them while they're attached. I need to do mine before because I need to, you know, I just do it differently. But hi, Stacy. Yes, you will be able to watch it later, and you're very welcome. We will upload it on our YouTube page. So it's 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. That's our YouTube, and also Instagram if you want to follow me on there. And there's a discount code for AV Studio to get the cliche that she was nice enough to give us. So it helps us out too when you guys use that. And it is avstudio.com. And if anybody wants to be sweet and repost that part for me, that would be awesome. But it's avstudio.com. The material is cliche. And if you want clay, it's critter clay. But cliche is what we're using. And if you use the code 9lives, all caps, all together, you get 10% off and some kind of a discount on shipping too. So it's great. And it's a family-owned company in Wisconsin. It's just American made in the U.S., just one location. So, you know, we're used to free shipping with Amazon. It's not going to be free shipping, I don't think. But like we order 25 pounds at a time. So obviously it's heavy. Shipping is higher. But yeah, so they were willing to, because we've bought so much. We go through this so fast. And I do recommend, don't just get 2 pounds. Get the next amount up. I don't know if it's 5 or, it's probably 5. If it's 10, I would just get it. You're going to love the product. It will stick to anything, and it's just wonderful. But yes, you'll see the video. You can watch it all later. He's done already his first 2 parts, and he's on his 3rd part now where he's just painting. And so this cat, when he's done with this one, is the one that we're going to auction tonight at the end of the live. And then as far as orders, I know there's a lot of people that have asked, and I've written everybody's names down, but for selling, clearly it's something that takes time. It's a multiple day process. So he definitely can't turn them out quick, and we don't want to, we're not trying to do this as a, you know, as a living. So he will definitely try to make,
I'll make extra than I
he'll make extra, and he's like, you see how he is. I mean, he moves fast. You won't get that speed from me, so it wouldn't be helpful. But he's definitely going to make some, and I'm just trying to do it in order of people that have asked, to be fair. Thought about doing a lottery drawing for the option to purchase, but I just really should do it for in the order that people have asked to buy any. And then sometimes they won't be cats. He might make pumpkins or something else, but he knows that everybody loves the cat. So that's always something that he can do. And I'm trying to think if there's something else I was going to show. What he will do is he will have to use the blow dryer a bit to be able to move through it. So you can see, you can do that. We typically don't. We always let everything kind of dry and move to the next thing, but sometimes we do. So it's fine to use the dryer. It doesn't hurt anything or affect anything. We would...
When you go to distress it, I would wait.
When you go to distress it?
Yeah, because like when you go to
sand
you
want it to cure.
Yeah, you want it to be hard. Because if it's not hard, the latex paint will tear when you're sanding, instead of, you want it to be a nice smooth transition from the paint to the shag.
Got it. So just know that it's pretty cool, at least, that you can see somebody make something in front of you that you can actually buy. And also know that if you prefer it not distressed, he can leave it as is. But he loves to distress and he loves to dirty. So this is got dark wax.
Yeah.
And it's distressed. So you see the little spots here where he uses the sander. So this is the cool kind of old look. So at the end, we will auction it, and you can have the option if you want it distressed or not distressed. Oh no, never mind. You don't have the option. It's getting distressed. That's how he likes to work. He loves to be creative, but he wants to make it his way. and he likes to do it what makes him happy. So it's going to get distressed. So just know that if you bid on it, you want to buy this kitty, it's going to get distressed. However, he will do everything else. So he'll do the wire and everything. And he seals it in wax at the end, clear wax. So it will cure, it will be hard and protect it. That's what we failed to do in the beginning of time, and we should have. So sometimes, you know, paint will stick to other paint. I do recommend storing this in a temperature controlled environment. So we have it in our closet under the stairs. And so as long as it's not in somewhere crazy hot, actually it probably doesn't even really matter, to be honest. But if you mix regular clay, like the critter clay or something, with the cliche, it's a potential. When I was talking about Crayola products earlier that are terrible, they will disintegrate. And I do mean, like, if anybody knows the part in Interview with a Vampire, where they're in the sun and they just, Brad Pitt touches them and they just crumble. That's literally what it does. So I made one of the doll houses into a haunted house trend a while back. Nathan made me some skulls to put on the fronts of my doors, and they literally, you touched it and it was powder. So that was very disheartening. And those are the types of things you don't know. Those are the types of things you don't know, and you learn the hard way. So that's why we were excited to come on here to tell everybody, you know, cliche is amazing, and we know how durable it is. And it's held up over all these years. Well, I say all these years, like it's been forever. 3-4 years. Crayola products do not. And I will see if I can find something here in a second to show you. It is not good. And it's very sad when you work hard on something and it's just ruined. So what you see us do is what's going to last. If you do start making a lot of things, you end up with a lot of totes. If you're like us, we want to keep everything. So we just store them in totes in the house, or in a closet. But I don't think anybody's going to probably end up making the volume that we do and keeping that much. But if you do, just know you're probably going to need some totes. Every year we add extra totes, and we have made quite a lot this year already for Halloween. So it's a lot. So I will grab something, if I have something to give you an example. Oh, I will show you. I was talking about Hocus Pocus earlier and the book. Nathan made me the Hocus Pocus book for our anniversary gift. Our anniversary is October 24th. He made it for me. It was amazing. Kept it a secret, hid it, and it's crazy. If you love Hocus Pocus, you're going to die when you see it. Where did you put book?
She's over there. Where's the dryer's over there too?
You need the dry? Okay, he's going to dry the cat so he can go on to the next one. So I'm going to show you book, but I am going to say again, he was not made, sadly, from cliche. We didn't know about that product yet. He was made with Crayola. We are terrified. It's like a piece. He only has a couple years left. He's like the product. He's like something that belongs in a museum, like the protection. What I'm trying to like national treasure. Like, I don't know. He is just very fragile, and we're terrified. We put him on a podium that I also got off of Facebook Marketplace. Go over here and hold him up.
Oh,
It'll be easier for you, and I'll tell you where. Okay, you are going to die. He's awesome. Okay, let me move this. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? This is the best thing ever. Now hold it up more so we can see the eye. Okay. He used a real book, and he used, tell him what you used.
Well, you can see the clay's already separating there.
Again, very fragile because of Crayola. Don't ever use Crayola products.
I Mod Podged a shirt down there and kind of lumped it up wherever I needed it.
So it was a shirt for the kind of material look.
A shirt, and then I took the Crayola clay and took 2 snakes and built up both sides for the little look like it's sewed together here. And then these are hot glue. So I hot glued.
The stitches are made of hot glue. I mean, who thinks of that? But Nathan did.
But yeah, he only has about
Show the side. Show the side.
Yeah.
So you can see where it's kind of wearing. Those are the fingers that are on the side of book.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah, I'm going to be devastated one day. We keep him bundled up in a blanket in a suitcase upstairs in a vintage suitcase. So we unveil him every year and just terrified of what it's going to end up being. He's going to make another one at some point because obviously we need to use clay show. But it was terrible, that just knowing that. It's so scary because we've seen what happens to our other things. What are you looking for? This is us, by the way, regularly. Always looking for stuff and not finding it. And he's looking for the blow dryer. That's the thing we didn't think of to have ready beforehand. Let's see. He doesn't have the paint on the lid. I've got to get this. Or the lid on the paint. This. All right. Oh, I can show you while he's looking. I'll show you. His nocturnally, he made the hand, aged it, dark waxed it, distressed it, so it's super cool. And then made the kind of wonky, the cuts on the board. And he just, he did a transfer for the letters too, and traced it. And that, I think it's just cliche on that hand, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just cliche.
Yeah.
Let's see. Anything else here that was a helpful tip? So you can see the vellum, how it is. You can see any little paint stroke through it. He actually dark waxed the vellum for Frankie's eyes to kind of make it look creepy, like almost like what am I trying to say, bloodshot. But she has the paper, the art paper. He has the art paper. I just really like that look better. I think she's also the art paper. The eyes just look a lot better. It takes the paint better than vellum. And you can use Sharpie markers or whatever also on vellum, but it's streaky. Very streaky. All right, hang on. I'm going to have to help him. He can't find the dryer. Okay, let me put this kitty here. And then you all can tell me while I'm helping him in the comments if you have any other questions or any comments you want to add for me to answer. Also, the eyes. If you can look back at his picture, which eyes do you like the best? Because, oh yeah, Stacy, sorry. I will send everybody. I'll go through the supply list. I'll do that real quick. I'm going to tell you, if you got a pen and paper, I will post a supply list for you guys. I'm so sorry. I was not more prepared, but work, full-time work, you know. Okay, so your supply list, you're going to want to make sure you order the cliche. The discount code is 9lives. It's abstudio.com. In case anybody missed this part, that's the product, AB's cliche, and it's abstudio.com. The code is 9lives, all caps, all together, to get 10% off. The art paper, I believe we just got it from Hobby Lobby probably a long time ago. I just asked another crafter what he used for his inserts, and he even uses regular copy paper sometimes, but I feel like that's a little too fragile and it would get kind of bubbly with, you know, dampness on it from paint. So we tried the art paper since that's what it's meant for, and it really works. The sealer that we use is, we still have from, 12 years ago. It's lasted forever. You know, back when Annie Sloan was a big thing and chalk paint came out. So clear wax is what we seal it with. Dark wax, the soft wax, I don't even think you can get this anymore. But we just bought Men Wax. We haven't tried it yet, but we just bought that on Amazon. Any kind of dark wax. You know, there's black wax too, there's white wax. But whatever look you're going for. But we seal it with that, so the wax will cure and it'll just get hard and protect it. And then that's important because we didn't do that before. And a lot of things, paint transfers from a hat to a head, and it's kind of frustrating whenever you spend a lot of time making stuff. It's not like it ruins it, but it is important. I have used a spray sealer that I can get out and show you. That's always an option too. It's a spray sealer for acrylic paint. But I don't care for it too much because it's glossy. It doesn't say it's glossy, but it is. So some of those you have to be careful with. So there's that method. There's the wax method. I think you can also seal if you were bold enough to use Mod Podge. You can seal it with that too. It's like if you glaze ceramics, if you've ever done it, that stuff goes on green and drops clear and shiny. It would stress me out. I know it will go clear, but you just never know. Sometimes if it's older, it doesn't always work right. So you can definitely seal anything with Mod Podge. And so even cheaper than that, you can mix Elmer's glue and water, or Amazon glue and water. We have Amazon glue too in gallon jugs. So you can seal with that. Anything that's going to harden like that. Just make sure you know the finish it's going to give you. So wax isn't shiny, clearly. And Nathan loves the smell of the wax. He just loves wax. So he's always using the wax. No, can't really seal the paper eyes, which is also why when you get those vintage pieces, the eye inserts are usually not there, or they're in terrible shape. So you can't do anything like that to the paper that I know of. You can maybe Google something and figure that out, but we've never worried about that, so we don't do that. The vellum especially, and I can show you some just loose so you see what it's like. I never loved the look, but I thought it was the only way. And so now that we know, did you find the dryer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So yeah, you can put that back over there. Thank you. They were asking me how we seal them and what we use. I showed them the products, and then also talked about the paper inserts and stuff, and if we seal those. I said we don't. No way that I know of. Do you wrap your pieces? Bubble wrap when putting them away for the season? We don't.
You wrap them.
We might. It depends. No bubble wrap, really. I just don't want them touching. So if you're going to put them up where, like ours are under the stairs in totes, we know nobody's going to throw these totes around, and we're going to pull them out and be careful. So we only put them in there, and if we have bubble wrap, we throw it in there if we want to. We don't wrap them. We just make sure they're not touching each other, and that's it. So as long as they're not going to fall around, we try to maximize space by putting smaller pieces inside our bigger buckets. And hats, like for example, her hat, she's got marks on her hat that I didn't seal because I put her hat like that. But I need to touch that up. But she's glossy. I don't think I finished her, but I think the paint was just glossy. Let's see, other questions. And you'll learn how not to waste paint if you are not used to painting, because we've gotten much better. We used to waste so much paint, but we know kind of how much to use now. And again, Nathan he does a very folk art kind of look in all his painting. So Susie says 2 years ago, I used one of the bedrooms that's empty now. Kids are all grown into Halloween bedroom. Wonderful for storing and displaying. That's amazing. We wish we had that. If we had, I think we even talked about that. If we had a Halloween room and a Christmas room that you could just go in there and get all the fun fillings that you get that you love, which is why we put our Halloween out in July, which clearly it's probably going to not go back up now that it's out for this live. But it will, of course, move around. But we love Halloween, and there's never any amount of right time to put it up. If it makes you happy, and that's what we do. If it makes us happy, we put it up. And I wish we had extra rooms for that. That would be awesome. And then, so like he's painting the cheeks. Again, it's is it red oxide?
Yeah, this is red oxide.
I'll show you the other paints we really like. This is Liquitex, comes from Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Yes, Stacy, there are acrylic paints that are not good. We have found. I would stick with Liquitex, or let me go grab these other ones. They come, I think they're Americana or something, folk art. They come from Hobby Lobby or Michael's. You definitely get what you pay for. Well, I say that. The other ones I'm about to show you come in small bottles. Sometimes they're a little bigger, but they're usually small. They last a while. But they're really good paints. Some paints are terrible, and I'll show you a box not to get that we got on Amazon. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that so much. I'm just happy Nathan was hesitant for a while, and I'm happy he decided to do it just because we wish we had had this. You know, we just learned over the years what to do and not to do. Let me see if I can grab something that was Crayola too that's ruined now. Let's see. Okay. That's enough.
Don't worry about being straight either, because we'll come in back with black, and we will soften the edges of this. When I first started, I wouldn't soften edges on anything. So.
I could get one of those hearts. That would be funny.
Huh?
One of those hearts.
The hearts.
Okay, this paint we love. Deco Art Americana. It's on Amazon, but it's more expensive on Amazon. It is on. It is a good price.
That's the variety pack we got. And it
Yeah,
was
this
awesome.
is. Well, yeah. The variety pack we did get from Amazon. It's awesome. It was everything, and it was a good price. Then we discovered the ones we love, like Spiced Pumpkin, is a beautiful color. And so you get those for like $1 and some change. They don't have the bigger ones of these, unfortunately, but it does go quite a long way. You can just see we got paints everywhere. Okay, so this is the Deco Art box that we got. I think this one was on Amazon. You can get these multi-packs of the little Liquitex paints to try also at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. And it's just mixed packs of primary colors, metallics, whatever. There's different choices. I love this color. It's a good color for a ghost or a zombie. Sage Mint. Scarlet is a really good color. It's like more vintage reddish orange look. It's really pretty. It's a good pumpkin color too. It's real vintage looking. Yes, I will tell you the exact paint colors and brands we used on this kitty. Yeah, somebody wants to know if we'll include the paint colors and the brand on the supply list. We sure will.
See, this is not latex. This is master.
That's master. Yeah, so this one they also have at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, and it's Master's Touch. But honestly, and it's red oxide. This is a thicker one. We don't ever buy these. I don't know why we did end up with this
It ain't
one.
bad. You just need to water it down.
It is thick, so you can add some water to it. But you don't have to use this color. I mean,
Well,
if you like, it is definitely very folk arty. If you love that color, then for sure get that. But you could use. He's going to dark wax it too, so it will also change the color a bit. But it's Halloween, so you make whatever colors you like. He didn't use that color for his other cats. He used more, like the Spiced Pumpkin or something like
I
that.
use these ones.
On those up there, you didn't.
Oh, no, not the
So, yeah, I mean, whatever colors you love. But I will definitely include exactly what we used. So those are good paints. I'm going to show you the paint do not waste your money on. This was also on Amazon, a variety pack called Ye Art. That's not good. It's just like all really opaque. It just doesn't cover, and it's really just garbage. So we used one once, and that was it. We're done. So I really do love these, though. These Deco Art Americana paints are the best. I use them a lot, but it's that or Liquitex for us. And you can't get, I don't think, these big containers of white and black at Hobby Lobby. I think these are only at Michael's. So I get these at Michael's, and they last for a really long time. If you do a lot of painting, I recommend getting the white and the black and that big, that big one. Let me look. Let me see if I have something in the pantry.
I just laid the brush sideways on the mouth, and it won't go everywhere. You can just keep on tilting it this way, and it'll start coming more out. To get his little rips on there.
Let me turn my alarm off.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I watched a tutorial on this little cute guy. This little Gus the Ghost Phantom Cappuccino Ghost. Fell in love. Went to get the Goodwill, bought some mugs. This one just so happened to be like perfect colors. Tore the paper, put 2 layers, made the cappuccino coffee stain look. Put them on top, the Crayola Model Magic over top of foam, a half foam ball. And then you see what's been happening to him. It's terrible. And he's adorable, and I love him so much. Unfortunately, no. Don't use it. So it's terrible that things happen like this. And also, it's just a shame that people don't tell you these things. And I've even heard this particular person say that on her video that people had complained that they had cracking, and she's like, you know, I haven't had that problem, but, you know, if you do, whatever you want to use. But there's no way that was truthful or honest, because we could see cracks in her work when it just dried in one day. So do not ever, no matter what, use Crayola products of any kind. And I say that because it's sad when you put the time into it. And I'm slow, again. So when I spend hours on something, making it just so, and it's ruined, it's just kind of devastating. So, yeah, that's our best word of advice. Stick with the Cliche, AB's products, the Critter Clay, and now, it's just great.
AB's has got a lot of other products we haven't tried either. So.
Oh yeah, AB's has a ton.
You don't know if this
of products.
There might be better mediums to use. This is just what we prefer.
This is what we can show you how to do.
This is what we prefer to use.
Yeah, this is what we prefer.
Yeah.
And everybody's different on how they even hold and paint. I mean, me and Nathan paint totally different. He uses round brushes. He loves a round brush.
I love a round brush.
I use an angle brush.
I love round brushes and liners.
I hate liners and round brushes, and he loves them. I love mop brushes. Filbert brushes. We call them Filibertos in this house. Filbert brushes. Yeah. But the angle brush is my favorite, and it is because you can turn it on its corner and make the tiniest little lines with it, and that's what's hard to do. Thanks, Stacy. That's funny. Yeah, I wish. I guess it could be more. You could say it's more Halloween because it's cracked. It definitely wouldn't fly for any other holiday, but yeah. He's cute. I've been wanting to redo him, you know, in Cliche and clay because I love him so much. He's just so cute. And those little baby plastic the little spoons came from the Dollar Tree. And I love his little swirl on the top. It's like a little DQ swirl from an ice cream cone. It's so cute. So Nathan's going to run out and make sure the chickens are up safely in the pole barn for the night. And feed our little outside girl. So while we're waiting for him to come back, tell me if there's anything that you guys want to see or know. Is there something anybody asked me to show and I haven't? I can't remember. Definitely get a good dry brush for when you're, like for me, I dry brush the cheeks. He'll paint them, and then he'll go back in and soften up the lines with some more black, like stippled over it. We just have a totally different style of everything, how we craft. We have a lot of clay tools we don't use. We have our favorites. Everybody's going to get their favorites, so don't waste a lot of money if you don't already have the things. Because I really alternate between like 4 brushes. And so we've learned that along the way. We have a lot more brushes because we used to paint canvases, so we wouldn't have this many if it was just for this. We've just acquired them. Jamie, thank you so much. Yes, Jamie was sweet enough to post my Venmo on here. If anybody wants to and is so inclined to give anything for the tutorial, that's great. If you can't, believe me, it's totally fine, and I get it because, you know, bills are tight, and sometimes, you know, you just have to. So that's why I haven't been on Instagram in a while, because I'm the person that if I see something and I really want it and I can't get it, it's always something vintage. it's like it haunts me and I can't quit thinking about it. So the easiest thing for me to do is to step away from it. It was a year of $8,000 dental things going on and implants, and I had to totally cut off any of those things. And so we just solely focused on doing our crafting, going to the Goodwill and to yard sales to get the materials. We don't skimp on, the product that we use, which Cliche I think is still an amazing price because it is such an amazing product. And we have faithfully used it for all these years. You look back on your orders and you see how much you've bought, or how just we've done a lot. Like when we look at our collection now, it's really amazing all the hours we've put into it. And thank you, Kimberly, for that. I'm glad you all did enjoy it. Hopefully everybody will love this kitty here at the end. It's so funny because I'm sure you can tell from me and Nathan talking, I'm just so like nitpicky about every little thing and everything being perfect. And then when he finishes something, it's like it was meant to be that way. I can't do that and I can't go fast. So when I do stuff, it's just like I'll paint over the eyes 100 times before I fix them the way I like them. And so clearly I'm not making anything to sell, but he's able to make like 6 things to my 1, but we love it. We may sit here and not speak because we're so focused, but we sit here and we love doing it together. The sealer is the wax. We use any kind of clear wax. We have this from like 10, 12 years ago. It's chalk paint, any Sloan clear wax. We dark wax with that, but we just bought Minwax dark wax because I don't think they make this anymore for some reason. And a little goes a long way. You can rub it on. He actually puts gloves on and rubs it on with his hands. So you'll dark wax it here, right? We'll get to see dark wax.
Well, I need to distress it and then
Before you dark wax. Oh, okay. Well, so then you're going to see it mostly finished. Unfortunately, I didn't think that through. Not the finished. You'll see it finished painted. And anything that's white is, of course, going to be... We can show you a difference on one that he didn't dark wax. The dark wax just looks so much better. But yeah, any kind of... you can seal with Mod Podge. I'm too scared to do that. But you can seal with Mod Podge with just generic glue and water mixed if you want. You can seal with the spray. Let me grab the spray, but it is a glossy that I have used on some of my things. He seals everything with wax. And the other, like I said before, the other benefit to being at a surgery center is to get those lap sponges, which also make great spooky curtains for a haunted house, made from a dollhouse, which I did. Hopefully Salem doesn't knock the phone over. Yes, and Salem is trying to knock the phone over. All right, little girl. Sorry, you're going to have to, we can't sit here, okay? Let me get you. I know. I'm sorry. Let me grab the sealer. All right. Put it there. Get right there. Good girl. All right. Let's see.
Well, don't worry about being straight. We can come back in with we'll come back in with black and straighten out our lines. So just get it on there. I can go do a small one first, and I get kind of shaky trying to keep it straight. Let's see here.
Any other helpful tips you can think about for people?
Get it laid out, and then we'll come back in.
And this bright white is going to be way toned down when he dark waxes it. Clear or dark first? The clear is just to seal it at the end. So
Well,
you want
I'll
to
do
dark
clear.
wax first. You can take some off with clear. If you think you get too much dark on there, you can then start wiping it with an old rag or whatever.
I use clear first.
You use clear first?
I do.
So you clear and then you dark.
I'll clear.
Oh, see, he needs to just answer that question.
Yeah, I'll clear wax it first, and then it's easier to take the dark off once that wax is down there.
So
if you want, yeah.
So a layer of clear first, because when you put the dark on, if it's too dark, you can wipe it back easier. Here's what we use, which are awesome. I'm sorry if nobody can get these lap sponges. They're great because they're for surgery, so they don't leave any fuzzies behind. So these are the best. So some kind of little, rags that you can get, like the garage rags or whatever you can get in the bag. Those are really good for the waxing, and then you can just keep reusing it. We get these balloons at the Dollar Tree, I think. These are his little balloons he gets, super cheap. Here is that sealer. It's called Eileen's. And they also have glue, acrylic sealer. It says matte finish, non-yellowing. It's not true. It's shiny. I think it's a good sealer from what I can tell so far. And it's nice that it's a spray, but it's smelly. You'd have to do it outside or in a garage where nobody's going to be. And it is shiny. So beware. Sometimes it's good to test something if you don't know. Wax you can't go wrong with, because it's not going to be shiny. So that's always a safe bet. Here's a bigger bottle for an example. This is the biggest bottle, I think, that Deco Art makes. This is Festive Green. It's gorgeous. I love green. It's my favorite color. But this is for, we use this a lot for Christmas stuff. But whatever you want green on. And then this is some festooning that we love, also from Amazon. It might be even Beastal brand, if anybody, I'm sure you all know about Vintage Halloween and the Beastal brand for die cuts, but this one has like a clear one for shiny purposes, but we actually make our own now, so we go the cheaper route, but we still have this from before. So festooning is great to add on party hats and around them and for their neck, and if you do, I do have things that I've made that are permanently affixed to like a ball jar rim lid, because it was just easier for it to be up on something, and then you can just cover that with the festooning around it, or you can put it on the top of a candlestick. Like, we have things mounted a lot of different ways. Now you can really just be super creative with however you want to do it. So when we were talking about the eyes and the teeth, did anybody have a favorite on the eyes and teeth of the 3 cats that he did, if you remember? I really loved the triangle ones he did, because I don't think he's ever done those before. And I loved them. But I loved all those cats so much. That one giving the little side eye was hilarious. He was the biggest one. His brother took him. And did you already dry the orange? It dried fast.
Yeah, it seems dry.
It already dried. That orange dried fast. It usually doesn't dry that fast. I'm trying to think. Let's see if anybody has any more questions or thinks of anything, throw it in the comments. Don't forget to make sure you all use the discount code if you haven't already ordered your cliche. I do recall, if you can order it this like soon, because 2 years ago, I remember when I ordered it, I didn't really realize it was a family thing, and I ordered it, and they had on their website that they were shut down for a week for 4th of July. So they're very much family and run it and operate it like a family business, which I love. And so everybody got to be off for a week or however long it was. So then you do have to wait for shipping. Other than that, they ship really fast. And we buy... I think you can even, if you really love it and get into making a lot, you can ask for like custom size. We, I think, are just going to order 2 25 pounds, but they can probably just do it in 150 or, maybe 35 pounds, like whatever. But I think that you can reach out. They're very responsive and fast. So also, if you ever want to send them pictures of the things that you make, the code is...
Well, send us pictures at least, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Please send us your pictures of everything you make with cliche, and especially if you make this kitty. We need to see. The code is 9 lives, as in cats have 9 lives. All capital, all together. And that's also the part of our name on Instagram and YouTube. 9 Lives Vintage Vibes. And so we would definitely appreciate you all following on Instagram. You'll see a lot of our house. I think that there's still probably a video tour from Christmas we did a couple years ago, but there's a lot of stuff on there, just the way we decorate. Luckily, I have a husband that loves decorations too, which is unusual for most guys to really care. So it's just awesome that we agree and love like almost all the same things. So we go all out. It's holiday headquarters here all the time. So all the time, holiday headquarters. Let's see what else. But yes, earlier, let's see. Yeah, Jamie was sweet and put our Venmo. And I just said, I understand times are definitely difficult right now. I think it's astronomical. What I pay for groceries is crazy. I think I just get shocked every 2 weeks. But that's why we started going to yard sales and the Goodwill and really get some good things like that we can use. And it's also awesome because you can repurpose things, you just use anything that you have and turn it into something. And when I don't have anything, I just use foil. So the foil is pricey, but it lasts for a long time for us. It's like $48, I think. It's the big thing of aluminum foil, heavy duty, the Carrot, K-A-R-A-T brand. And I don't know how often, I don't remember when we last ordered it, but it lasts for months and months. And that's what both of us making a lot. We've just learned a lot from crafters over the years. So, let me get this guy. This is another example of disappointment with Model Magic. This is my little vintage look snowman guy. And, his face is cracking, his everything. It's just terrible. And I loved him. And also this stuff is awesome. It's called Snowtex. Now that's diamond. What's it called? Diamond dust. It's literally like glass shards, but it's safe, I guess.
You guess?
It's beautiful. It doesn't come off.
It's safe.
Snowtex.
They sold it to us.
Snowtex holds this stuff on there tight. It doesn't shed, so it's awesome. But this little fat guy who's on his little sled is just a mess now, and that's thank you to Model Magic. So don't ever buy it. But the Snowtex is awesome. It's got fuzzies on it from my fake snow blanket. These are molds that we filled with hot glue. That's the best thing to do. If you have molds with letters or anything, just put hot glue in it, and it takes paint so good. So anyway, yeah, don't use Crayola stuff. I will show you a cute little gingerbread I made out of clay because he was right there and he's really cute. How you doing, Andre?
Yeah, just come back with black if you need to and straighten out lines. Some days I'm real shaky and some days I can run them all right.
All right, this is my little gingerbread. I saw it, I think I saw it like in, I don't know, a feed in Facebook or like Walmart or something, but I made him from critter clay. And he's just styrofoam. He's a fat gingerbread. And I just laid little snakes down to make it look like his little icing. I think I painted those. Bent the pipe cleaner and splattered him with paint. That's another technique that I love. A couple of different colors. That's my little fat gingerbread man. He's really lightweight. Again, cliche, super heavy. The cracked one was made with Crayola Model Magic. It is horrible. I'm sorry I keep saying it, but it's devastatingly horrible. Obviously, I've made a lot with it, and it was terrible. It's fun to work with. It's foam clay. You can use foam clay, but it's harder to work with because you can't blend seams together. It's always, you're going to see the lines. Thank you, Stacy. Have I ever made Halloween heads to wear? It seems like a daunting task to me because you see how time consuming this is, and that's just skipping ahead and you seeing parts of this process.
I mean, you probably could make them though.
You could make it, but it would take forever. I love them.
That one woman does.
Yes.
Masks.
Paper clay is basically air dry clay, and this is what I recommend also at Avies, especially if you're going to get a discount to order them all together. Critter clay is just the name of it. It's cute. I don't know why it's critter, but yes, AV Studio has this critter clay. You can get it in the white or the brown color. It's just your preference. It doesn't matter. You're going to paint it unless you're wanting it to stay natural. And then you can get in whatever sizes you want. I think we get like a mid-size. It's that box we get. And I want to say it might be 5 pounds. Might be, I don't know. I think maybe. But that is really good. And we have used in the past DOS clay, the DAS, or we've used, oh gosh, what's it called? Creative, I think, Creative paper clay. And yeah, those have always seemed to be decent. But once we went to AV Studio, it's just we don't even veer out now. The only new things we've kind of thought about lately is trying to do a crackle finish. So I did order some crackle paint, a two-part crackle
So
that we're going to see.
It's a crackle that holds the dark wax. It isn't like that with paint. This is a 2-part, so.
Oh, see, you've got to listen to him now.
It's a 2-part crackle.
He's going to grab it. Hang on. It's on the counter there somewhere.
Okay.
It's over there.
Well, from the video that we watched,
Mm-hmm.
you want to use it on something light, I guess.
See, so we're still learning. We watched somebody use this brand, and like I'll pause stuff and try to catch writing on things because nobody ever wants to really tell you the product they use.
Yeah.
So.
But she used it on. It was like a light colored wrap, like a light colored thing she was making. Mm-hmm. She done a 2-part crackle on it. And then she come back with the dark wax, and all the cracks. You ain't gotta show my face. all the cracks took on that wax, and she wiped it so it looked like porcelain, kind of.
Oh, got it. Like crazing.
Yeah,
like crazy.
Yeah, it had that look to it. So I was like, well,
Okay.
it'd be cool.
And this is something that we did. We did it on a little date night here. We both made one. We cut the pumpkin in half.
That woman from.
It was a craft pumpkin. It was a lady from Ellen-J Goods.
Yes.
It's called
She does some really cool stuff.
ELLEN, Ellen-J Goods. She has a YouTube page. She's in New York. We've ordered forms, molds, IOD molds from her, letter molds and different things that we can put hot glue in and make letters. Go grab your Halloween, the little planter in there, the violin thing, so we can show them the letters that you can do.
Oh, that was yours.
But we just added clay to that, like the ropes, and like made his little face. We just added a couple things to it and painted it, and made a little clay, a little paper mache hat for him, and just painted a canvas to put him on. And he made one and I have one, and that's where I saw those projects, and it kind of morphed from there. Oh yeah, show him that. Somebody asked about and he's going to show you the paper brand. This is the brand he uses for the inserts, which he's going to start. So somebody asked what paper you used earlier. I'll let you show that. So Nathan,
That was a yard sale.
of course, is amazing. This was not yard sale. This was an old planter I had. This was an old, it's plastic, but it's a vintage planter.
Yeah.
Had a little tilty planter in there. He took all the little wires off of it. But he painted this because he's amazing. And we did a lot of painting. And then we used the letter mold from IOD that looks like that creepy writing. And that is just hot glue. And then you can kind of push it on if it's a little warm to form it on there. And then before he put it on there, did you paint and then dark wax? He painted it. Unbleached titanium is like our favorite color.
Yes.
But he painted it and then he dark waxed it, glued the letters on, and there you go. So the molds are the best.
But yeah,
Thank you
anything
so
you find
much,
at the yard
Stacy.
sale.
All right, here comes the paper.
This is.
It's also Master Touch, like that paint was. Mixed media. Show them the brand here. This
that's
looks
a
like it was.
Touch. I can't get it
There's
on
the
there.
brand. I'm coming. There it is. Master Touch. Mixed media accepts wet and dry media, versatile, heavyweight paper.
It's heavy, yeah.
It is heavy. It looks like it says $24.99 on there, but you know, if you know Hobby Lobby, it's probably on sale for half off at some point. So as long as you can get, I mean, obviously it doesn't have to be that brand, any kind of heavy duty paper. Thank you, Stacy and Carrie. I appreciate that. Critter clay is for anything. Critter clay can be fine little details if you want. Critter clay can be this. The little ropes that I did. The little, did I do those? Yeah, his little
Tastes good. That
buttons.
mouse I did on
And
that
it's
one
like,
thing.
if this were made out of cliche, it's heavy. But yeah, I just kept a hole there to put his candy cane in. Whenever you mold something, like if you want a hole there for something, you can always put like a spacer in there. So like I had a dowel, like a plastic shish kebab stick in there to hold that hole in there for his candy cane. And then when he dried, I just pulled it out. So that can be critter clay. The snowman I showed you could be critter clay. Details on that cat's face could be critter clay if you really wanted it to be. Nathan would just glue it on. Actually, I guess a good example is, again, my witch. I didn't mention that before, but her bangs, just this part. Those bangs are clay because they're critter clay, because I felt like in my mind I thought I needed the clay to get this exact, but that's not true because we both started working with it a lot more in a thicker form, and it's just like clay, which is why it's called cliche. So critter clay is great if you want something smaller and you don't want to make a big batch up.
Detail in it too.
But yeah, you can carve, I mean, you can, you know, I mean, you can really carve into
like
it.
that mouse I done on that.
Yes, he did. Yeah, we'll have to do another live sometime if you are ever interested in doing one to learn any other techniques or how to do any other like Christmas stuff down the road. But he made me a snowman with a top hat and a mouse on it, which is amazing. And the mouse was just critter clay. It's small and very detailed. So it is good if you're doing a small piece that's very detailed. That what you would want clay for, because you can carve into it and you know, put texture into it. But again, cliche, you can make anything work with it. Nathan did not realize he could do it, and then when he realized he could, because we were out of clay one time and just had cliche, then he loved it, and that's that. So now he does not, unless he's doing smaller things that are very detailed, really use clay. If you're making little skulls for like the haunted house that I did, little pieces, it's definitely best to use clay. Honestly, I'm so used to working with cliche that I'm not really good with that. It's weird. You get used to a medium and then you just keep using it, and then when you try to switch, it's not, it feels complicated. So nothing's complicated for Nathan, though. Go figure. He can do anything out of anything.
Quit it.
He does it all. He also cooks. He is the best cook ever, so he does everything. He also builds things out of wood. Okay, he's going to show this. This is another big bottle like the green, the festive green. And this is dark chocolate Deco Art Americana paint. It's very liquidy, which we like because it goes...
You don't have to add no water.
Yeah, you don't have to add water.
But we are going to add water.
And it goes longer, but he's going to add water. I add water anytime I want it to kind of go further. That's just a helpful tip. If you're running low on it, add water, and it'll go further.
What we're going to do is we're going to make our eyes and our mouth darker. Whenever I go do that part, hold on, let me cut the rest out here.
Did you already go in and soften the edges while I was yapping?
No,
Why does it look like you've already softened the edges?
I did, yeah.
Oh gosh, I hope you all saw that. He didn't shout it out. So
Too busy.
I guess you could tell. I've got an example. I'll bring another cat over and show you. Of hard lines, not softened, like the cheeks. All right, so what he's doing, this is his technique. He is cutting the inserts, the squares and rectangles, whatever, to fit the size. He will put them in first, and he'll show you how he does it. Is your glue gun plugged up? Mm-hmm. And he paints them on after they're in. I cannot do that. I just have to like overpaint, you know, like make the eyes. I don't know how to explain it. I just have to, basically I just have to know the size. Like the template that I used, draw it out, trace it out, and then make the eye that way. And then I glue it in. Or I tape it in. You can use duct tape. You can use hot glue. You can do whatever you want. However you want to attach it inside, you can. I think I like duct tape on mine because it doesn't look as pretty, obviously, on the inside. I like duct tape because I can keep moving it. But he glues. And he's learned to use just a dot here and there, though, because once you put a line on it of hot glue, it's not going to work well. Now, with vellum, you know, if you really were good and wanted to, you could just put one solid piece in there that would cover both eyes and the mouth. It's just hard for me to think about painting eyes when I don't have anything to rest my hand on. What are you doing, little girl? All the cats are hovering because they know it's time. Do you want me to feed them?
Yeah, if you want, you can feed
All right.
them.
All right. Okay, guys. Sorry, I'm not going to be here to see the questions. Just watch Nathan.
Yeah, I'm just cutting and adjusting.
Just talk them through it.
You can see when it folds. Excuse me. When it folds, it's when you'll get more extra slack in it. So I'll usually, when I cut this one, I'll cut it at an arc and cut this one at an arc when I pull it out here. I just want to get close, so we'll cut it at an arc a little bit there, and then this one will come at an arc. You might be able to get a little shorter on it. And you want to get it closer, else it'll set away from the lips, and you don't want that. I had to take everything out when it done that on my previous one. Excuse me.
It's time to get a frog in your throat.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
All right. So they all fit pretty good. So what I'll do, that brown that I showed you, I'm gonna water it down a lot. I only got like maybe 2 drips there, if that. Not much. And then you don't want to play around with it too much, or else it'll get fuzzy. The actual fibers and the paper will get kind of fuzzy, so it's like a quick wash on it. You know what I mean? Let me lift this up here. We want a bunch of water though. And you don't have to do this. If you like the color of the paper, the way it is, it's fine. Or then there's probably other ways to do this. This is just the way that I like to do it. So it's pretty runny. It's just like maybe chocolate milk or something. What we'll do is we'll just do a quick top, middle. We don't go back over it really. Just try to hit it all.
You know what you fed Andre this morning?
I don't know, Bon. It was something fishy.
Okay. Ready? Do it. Here we go. That feel good? You're getting it. Hang on, mister. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Is that good?
I'm not tried dark wax yet on it. I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to.
Oh, on the paper?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it.
You
No.
wouldn't recommend it?
No, I wouldn't recommend it. It's different. That
Well, you
vellum-
gotta try it,
The
at
vellum
least.
paper is slick.
I know.
I'll show that to them too. So you can do wax on something that's slick, but this is paper.
Yeah.
Are you showing them what you're doing?
I told him I can't really hold it up.
They can see you.
All right.
So he's just taking what? Watered down?
Yeah, it's really watered down, but I'm not letting it too much get on there. Or I'm not doing too many strokes on it.
I'm feeding kitties, y'all. Hang on. Mama gets it. Hang on. I know, hang on. Mama's gonna get it.
Oh no, Bob.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah. That thing's not
Yeah, I know.
that well. We need
All
a
right.
holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything here. Okay. Craft paper for faces, and what was the other paper for bucket? You mean the vellum paper. Hang on, I'll show it to you. Let me get my kitty fed here. Hang on, Andre. Mama's getting it. Hang on. Mama's getting it.
It's
All
all right. I'll let that dry.
Yeah,
The glue gun's going.
no.
Oh no, it wasn't going.
Uh-oh.
I had to plug in. I forgot to turn the button on. All right.
Now David's gotta sing a song while we wait.
Mm.
Yeah.
But you can see it's slightly. I don't know if you can tell in there. Let me see. No, you can't really tell in here. It's just this. It's little. It's dingy, and that's what I like.
While you're waiting,
A little dinge.
show them this kitty. And
What?
that's the difference between a hard line
Oh
and
yeah,
no
yeah.
dark wax.
Yeah, that's just. These are hard lines on
Here,
it.
let's move this.
All right. Instead of softening up the edges, and then
Yeah, right there, they can see it good.
and then I softened the edges on this one versus leaving it hard. I mean, the original that I saw, that's how it looked. But
And-
then I was like, well,
And I didn't love it because I didn't like this. To me, there was no start. Like if I was going to paint a hard line, it would have been there. And so I thought that was weird looking. But then when he started blending, then it was really pretty. Also, I don't like this one being clean because it's too bright white. Also, I like the ears better without that embellishment, with just the little, this guy. So here, let's put these side by side. So, let's see what they can see here. So you can see the difference. Watch that black, get that brown paint. Okay. They see the difference. They both have paper eyes though, it's the same. But you see the dark wax just looks better and more vintage. And this is the undark waxed. It's just regular wax and it's distressed.
Yeah.
The ears are different than those. And he's sitting back further. You know, all the eyes and the mouths are always going to be different sizes.
Oh yeah.
Different heights. All those things.
But you can just come in and
Abby, I thought you were in bed. My sister, yeah, I saw that. They were asking, have you ever made the Halloween heads to wear? That is, those is kind of trendy for a minute. They're amazing. We don't go to any Halloween parties, first of all. We don't go to parties. And as much as we love Halloween, it seems like it would be a whole lot of fun. I would be burning up in it. I think they're awesome. I've seen them, and they're so huge and amazing. But once for me, once we start making this stuff, it's very daunting to me to make something that scale. And I don't think I would ever have a reason to do that. I love them, and it's very cool. It would be the best costume anybody could ever have. I will show you a giant spooky tree that I'm working on. That is cliche, and it's awesome. We haven't done any spooky trees. Okay, so here he is in real time fixing the one that I didn't love to make it more, to soften it up and just to Of course, he's got wax on it, so you might be taking the paint differently too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bubbling up.
All right, so I need to grab the tree, and then what else? Oh, the vellum. Let me get the vellum paper. I know you're wanting to see that. Vellum. Was that good, Andre? Well, the sound's looking flaky.
Is she?
Yeah.
That's a good little girl.
She's a good girl.
That's a good little girl.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it dry because the wax it'll make it kind of beat up the paint. But you just get it on there, let it dry some. The good thing about once you got your thing done, the molding of it, you can come back, you can paint it all white again and start over. Leanne don't like doing that.
No, that's a running joke.
I'll do it though.
Paint it white and start all over.
Yeah, you can paint it white and start over.
Okay, so let's see. So here's the vellum. Came from Amazon. It's a mixed pack. And then, let's see, let me pull out an orange. So there you can see, and it's very transparent. It's very slick-like. So it is kind of weird with the paint on it. But vellum, yeah, I don't think we'll really ever use vellum again that I can imagine. I did attempt to make some eyes for my one little witch that I showed you guys. And I used regular copy paper. So this is what I have to do in advance. But you can see it's wrinkly from the water. So it's not, I don't recommend that. And that's going to be a lot more fragile. Then I tried a copier. I copied what I painted to see what it looked like on a copier. And of course you can't see the line where the white is. But I like that look better than the painted look. But ultimately, I ended up with, what did I use? I don't even know. Maybe I did use your paper.
Yeah.
But I had to overpaint. So like, her eyes, they go further. Like I didn't know exactly how they'd sit, so they're not lined up perfectly. But anyway. Now that crepe paper around her, my mom had actually stitched a couple of different ones, and I just kind of makeshifted it. Normally I'd be really picky, but I was so tired and sick of fooling with it. And these cool little pom-pom balls are the most awesome little vintage pom-pom balls from like the 70s that we got at the yard sale, and Nathan found them, and it was a huge score. It was awesome, and I love these pom-poms. They had orange and yellow, so we got them. Oh, looking better already. It'll look a lot better once it's dark waxed.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. Let me get these eyes.
You didn't have luck with paint and vellum. Me,
it's tough.
us either. We don't like the look of it. We just kept using it. I really don't know why. We never thought to try anything else, but we didn't. And when I asked a guy who makes some really cool stuff what he uses, because I knew it didn't look like vellum. And he told me about the paper. And I'm like, why didn't we think about it? You know, especially like the art paper, because it is meant to take paint. And so it's amazing. It's just funny. You learn things along the way, and you just keep learning little tricks and tips, and even down to the light pucks. So these light pucks are the best. They do take 3 batteries. You know, it just twists off. So we buy Amazon batteries because you can buy a ton of them for a really good price. I mean, really good. So we always have a ton. We have a ton. I think they come in packs of 6 or 8. But you can change the colors, and there's even more colors that you can change with the remote itself. So the remote itself, you can make them flash or do whatever. So these things are great. So It's great. We love these. The art paper, yeah, the art paper, what was that? It was Master, it's this brand. Master's Touch. This is the only paint we have of this brand, by the way. It just happens to be red oxide. I would just get regular. You don't have to get this thick one. This is thick body. We're not fancy, so we don't know.
It's fun.
We just add water to it. You can get whatever you want. And then the paper brand was that also. But again, you can do any art paper. It's a heavyweight art paper that's meant to take acrylic paint. And then I showed you the little cutout of the eye as a template. You know, that's how I do my eyes. You obviously have to make the paper bigger so you can glue it down. But when I do that, I just paint them how I like them, and then I put them in, hold them up, and see if it looks good. You know, once I get it in place, I'll put a little piece of tape to hold it, and then I put the rest of it down or hot glue. But definitely don't go all in on the hot glue right away till you know that you love where it's at. Now explain what you're doing. And
I'm just I'm going around and running glue around the eyes and the mouth, and then I'm setting the pieces in the paper and getting them set.
I'll show them the inside. Now, so that's what he does first. I can't do that. I need to paint them and then put them in, and I'll just hold them in with my hand in the back and make sure I like it. But that's how he does it. And of course, it's going to be perfect because, you know, everything he does is awesome.
No, it's not.
Oh, Danny. Let's see. Have a look at paint on. Yep. Y'all see that good, or do you, I'm sure you, do you need to see it any closer? I think y'all probably saw it good. He's coming to life. He's gonna be a cutie. All right. You're going to come around here. If y'all have any questions, Nathan's going to get back here really quick. I'm going to give
What do you need?
I'm going to give our kitty his medicine.
Oh, I'm
A little special needs boy.
It.
Oh, never mind. He's going to start painting it.
I'm going to start
Okay.
painting the eyes in. We'll get the eyes in there and the teeth, and we're almost there.
Okay. So he is starting the part where it's
I'll just do the
it's
two
really
sides.
coming to life.
And then,
Okay, so all right, everybody answer this question.
no, don't you dare. There is no selection. It's whatever I want.
Oh gosh, all right. I tried to let you
Don't
all
you
pick,
dare.
but he's doing the tombstone eyes, so he's gonna do at least do them just like this.
Well, what do you want?
Okay, does everybody like these eyes? Do you remember the other eyes that were on the other two cats? One was triangle, one was tall triangle, skinny triangle. One was this, and the other one was the side eye.
Yeah, he had come down.
Do you all have a favorite? Because I don't know if anybody's going to be interested, but if you are, and we'll auction him at the end of the night, but if you are, do you have preference on what do you think your favorite eyes are? Nathan will give you a very small amount of time to answer that. He likes to do it how he wants to do it,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
he's feeling at the moment. The first one.
Tombstones?
The first one. The tombstone?
Yeah.
We call it tombstone. Everybody votes on these eyes. Let's see.
I love the one.
Everybody throw a thumbs up. The side eye. Is that what you like too, Susie? The side eye? Yes. The side eye. Do you have your... Did I send you... Let's see. Everybody's saying side eye.
All right.
Everybody loves the side eye. Uh-oh, Janet says tombstone.
Uh-oh.
Jamie, are you side-eye?
She's already out, though. There's...
He said, you're already out. You're already out, Janet. I'm so sorry. Everybody's outvoting you. Uh-oh, now there's 2 tombstones. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 side-eyes. 1, 2, 2 tombstones or 3 tombstones? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to tell me here in 1 second what they decided on. What's the winning vote? Side-eye. Let's see. Side-eye, side-eye. All right. I was going to pull this. Let me pull this picture up. Let me go into Nathan's messages here. Where are they? There they are. Honey Bunny. Let's see. Here they are. That's so stupid. Okay. All right. More side eyes. Everybody's side eye. So this is the. These are the eyes. Okay. Here's your phone. Do you need it?
Nah.
All right.
Just wing it.
All right.
Good luck, everybody.
As Nathan would call it, not winging it, but tell him what you call it.
What did I call it?
Just be.
Huh?
Just go. Just be.
What?
Say it.
Say it.
I say willy nilly. What do you say?
Willy Willy?
He says just be all willy willy with it.
Just
Yeah.
go Willy Willies?
Yeah, he's gonna willy willy it. That's
We'll
how
see
he
what
rolls. All right, he's going over here. Gotta give Finney his medicine.
No, I'll put a dot and try to mark out where I want it to start and end. Try.
Okay,
You
show
know-
him that. Like put it up toward the camera because I'm gonna be over here.
I don't see it.
Yeah, you can always right where you put it's fine. But yeah, so they can kind of see. So he does dots.
I'll put a little dot. Yeah, I'll do dots to kind of keep me in line.
Bend it down if you got a dot there.
No, I don't have one yet.
Okay.
So the next one, I'm going to put up high here. I'm going to put it there.
Yeah, he's smart about that. I never would have thought about that. If he's going to make a line, he'll make dots along the way, and so he keeps himself in a better line.
All right, so I got one there, one down low, and then we'll come down and we're going to come up and around.
Let me get them. Let's get your water. Oh, and by the way, if anybody is interested in doing another live in a couple of weeks, if you all go ahead and order your stuff and get it, if you all want to do another live, in case you have questions along the way or just to craft along with us, just let us know. And, if there's 10 or whatever, 15, whoever wants to do it, then we can do another one. And we can always do a tutorial on a pumpkin or anything different if you were interested too. And then you'll have your product, so then we can kind of help you if you have questions about it when you're working with it.
Yeah. All right.
And it seems like, yep, Stacy definitely wants to do it. So what you all can do too, if you don't mind, is you all can send me a direct message and let me know if you're interested, and then I can just check in with you. I'll make sure everybody has their products. I'll make sure everybody has the list that they need and they're prepared.
Now,
Yep. Sheila said she'd love another live. Stacy would. Susie, definitely. Thank you all. I appreciate that.
Now when you're making your eyes, I hold the brush. It doesn't matter if I get anything in here on the inside. So that's why whenever you're doing your line, you can lean it this way and it doesn't matter if you smudge, and you can bring yourself up to that line without worrying about it, because I'm going to fill all this in. So always paint on the, where you're going to be filling in. Like right here, I always keep it on the inside. And that helps you get the lines. You can do a super tiny or a super wobbly one and then just keep coming back and feathering it out, and it'll come out. It'll come out.
No, it's only a happy accident.
It's a happy accident. But got that one. That one ain't too bad. A little shaky up top, but
Can you tell him about our little boy?
Huh?
You can tell him about our little boy and his medicines he needs.
You told him that he's our little baby kitty. He's got, well, he's not baby. He's an adult kitty. But he had CH. He was one of the wobbly cats, and she went, huh? What? Are you gonna let me tell it?
Yeah.
All right. But she went up to Chicago and got him. And then he started getting worse. Like he just quit walking one day. And we're like, what's going on? Well, they didn't do the brain scan for him up there because it was a lot of money to figure out what it really, if that's what it was. And it was a debilitating CH. So he started off as a normal cat walking around in the streets of Chicago, and then all of a sudden he couldn't walk around that easy, and he got caught. And then we got him. He still play and jump and do stuff, but then he went down. But now we got a little wagon for him, and I wheel him around with me wherever I go. Hang on. She got me talking, and I ain't gonna be able to run a straight line for nothing. She gets mad because I say, hang on. When I'm in the middle of doing something, it takes all my brain power. Hang on, Leanne. Hang on. Oh, see, we just come on out further. Because I wasn't, that one's still out further, so I need to keep on adding a little bit to him. And we can just keep on adding a little bit and moving it out further. He's close. He's close enough. He's close enough. But yeah, I like the liner brushes. You can get some good skinny ones in there, skinny lines.
Tell him what you can do that you think is cheating.
Oh, Leanne likes to use pens, and that's cheating in my book.
Paint pen.
Huh?
Paint pen.
Yeah, she uses paint pens.
Rarely, Nathan.
She uses paint pens all the time, and I try to shame her. Shame. You just gotta practice. I've messed up a whole, huh?
You won't even sign yours with a pen?
Nope, I don't even sign it with a pen. I sign it with the paintbrush. But it takes practice. I've had to start all the way over. Paint it all white and start over. I've done that a couple times, haven't I, Bum Bum?
I don't remember.
You don't remember that cat? That cat that you got up?
Oh. Yeah, he's ugly now.
No. The one over there with the spider webs on him.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, I had to paint him all white and start over.
No, I did have you paint that ugly military green pumpkin over.
Yeah, I had to paint him over. I painted Frankie over again.
Oh, he was too dark. He felt green.
Right? But you gotta try stuff.
I'm talking about the pumpkin back in the day. You did military green.
Yeah.
Then you painted him orange.
And then I got him orange, yeah.
I was telling him how sometimes it's good to paint dark first.
Well, we'll do that eventually sometime. I might need to add a little bit more to that left one. Huh? Oh, he's precious.
Your kitty over there?
Yep, I'm gonna keep this one. Huh?